Let's get into this story, man. This
Let me
is
teach you
this is
how to
story time with
vibe.
Buddha. D4, Michael B. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Listen here, man. Today I seen one of the saddest things I've seen in some time. Today I seen a brother. This brother was headed into GameStop and he had a box in his hand. And you know, me being the gamer that I am, I see
Let
somebody
me
with
teach
hair
you
like
how to
mine.
vibe.
See somebody with the black tee on and the gray sweats. Maybe he's a gamer. Maybe he want to join Hyperlux tournaments, HLX.GG/Vibe Nation. Maybe it's somebody that could join the shop. And then I realized what was happening. He was like, it's actually one of the saddest days for me. And I seen the look on his face. He had that look in his eye.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
And he said, my baby mama, who don't live with me, has an issue with me playing video games. And I'm tired of hearing her mouth, and I don't want conflict between me and her. We have a child. Even though when I'm with my child, I got my child, or I go see them, the game is not even brought. It stays in my apartment. This man said it became a deal breaker for her. And he's having to sell his console.
Let me teach you
He's
how to
on level
vibe.
49 of the season pass. It's the farthest he's ever got. He's damn near level 50. The season's about to reset. Everybody's grinding at top 100 these last 10 days in this last season. And my man has said he came up with a defense, felt like he was slowing stuff down. And I just stopped for a second. I thought, how many brothers is out here suffering with this? With women that don't understand. Just like you get to shop and go out to eat and have drinks with your girls or have girls' night, get on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and scroll, watch movies, got your favorite TV shows. Maybe it's the gym.
Let me teach you how to
Whatever
vibe.
it may be, that's your hobby. That's who you are. It's not toxic.
Let me teach you how to
You ain't in the
vibe.
streets. You ain't in the club. You ain't skirt chasing. You at the crib on your off days when you're not spending time with your family and you on the game. Me personally, y'all know how much I game. Y'all see me. I also jog. I go on 3 to 5 mile jogs, 10Ks, 5Ks. Y'all know I be with my kids all the time. I do things. I watch TV shows with my wife. We go places. We take trips. But seeing that brother, I got to thinking, how many brothers is out here suffering? They got women that don't understand that they a gamer, not embracing the gaming, making him feel as if he got to get rid of his game to keep his woman and his family. That's a tough call, man. It's like you put the Dickie suit under the bed. Batman got to put up his cape. You know what I'm saying? Superman got to take the outfit and stuff it somewhere, man. It's like kryptonite. It's just a thing that I was depressed and I was just in my head for hours and hours after that. And, you know, I was on the way to go pick up my daughter and I think like, man, my daughter's a gamer. What if I told my baby like, man, it's a waste of time playing them games. The other stuff you could be doing, but she's a gamer too. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when people was like, yo, computers is a waste of time and you wasting your time messing with a computer and that computer run the world. Gaming is $1 billion industry. And I sit and watch that brother in his mid-20s going to work, hitting the gym, coming home, and now just having to watch NBA or cable network television or Netflix when it's free time or read go force himself to read something that he ain't already read.
Let
Which
me
ain't
teach
nothing
you how
wrong
to
with that, but
vibe.
I just felt sad and I just thought like how many people are suffering through this? This should be a disease. I'm sad, bro. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I told Big Jeff the other day, it's way worse things you could do with your money and your time than play video games. Because, you know, I like to work on cars with my dad sometimes. There's
Let me
fishing,
teach you how
there's
to
hunting. People
vibe.
like to go shoot. People like basketball, football, baseball, soccer. There's a lot of hobbies that people can have. Like, why can't gaming be one of those things? So I just felt bad for the brother because, you know, I live in a city where like it's the city of shooters and robbers. You know, they trying to pass a law where if you shoot somebody with a Glock switch, you automatically do life. And I live in one of them cities where
Let
people
me teach you
always
how to
getting hit with
vibe.
switches. So a young person saying, man, I wish my woman embraced the fact that on my off days
Let
when
me
I'm not
teach you
spending
how to
time with
vibe.
my kid and them, that I like to hop on Madden late nights and chill at the crib.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Andrew, he got a baby by her though, so I mean, listen here, man.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Y'all know, man, when you got a child by somebody, like, hey, man, it's tough. But the look in his eye, just the deep breaths of like knowing you going into GameStop not to pick up a new controller or a new battery pack or a charge and play cable or a new headset. It's the end of an era. So I like to hear from y'all if we got any females that's in the shop right now and you know getting your eyebrows arched or something, man. Have you ever had a situation where you had to deal with it was gaming or your relationship? Now I ain't talking about being on the game and not going to work or being overweight and not hitting the gym and not trying to exercise and touch grass. I ain't talking about, you know, you playing the game and not answering the phone when your baby mama call and she needs you to do something or she need to talk to you something about the kids or nothing like that. I'm just talking about a situation where there's just a woman you dated. She just didn't respect, not even on the, and we can go a deeper depth of it of women who see content creation or gamers as like deal breakers in relationships. Like, nah, I can't deal with a dude who
Let
do
me
that for a
teach you
living,
how to
no matter
vibe.
how much he make or don't make. You know what I'm saying? There's that too. But just in the sense of like, there's somebody you dated and it was like, you know what? You play video games and I think you lame as hell. Uh, I'm in the shop. Shop's open, man. This is tough. This is a tough day, man. VR, it was a tough day, man. You remember how I said it was a tough J, the rock, the when it was like when Ether dropped, that's the look on people's faces. You know what I'm saying? The look when Drake heard Not Like Us the first time. You know what I'm saying? The first you know what I'm saying, the first time, you know, Lamar was in the studio when Family Matters dropped. I know you had to be sitting there thinking like this nigga has way too much dirt. Man, so let me get caught up on the chat, man. Let me see what y'all think about this situation, man. But if they ain't together and not in the same crib, it's different. Keith, it's different if y'all live together and y'all married and she like, yo, that game is really getting in the way of you doing yard work. The cars never washed, the dog never walked, the fish didn't drown, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different situation if you neglecting your responsibilities. But if a man's wind down time is you going with your girls to go shop for a few hours and you leave at 5 and you come back at 9 and y'all gonna do something at nine
Let me
thirty or
teach you how
10,
to vibe.
watch a movie or something, like that little time, that little him time, man, you gotta let him get his gaming on. All women don't want you in the game. EJ, let's talk about it. I'm not a woman, but that's why I'm divorced once. Wow, Texas TV, let us hear this story, brother. Let me get a heart reaction on that comment too. Smoothie, what up, Schoolie? Schoolie say it's corny. Wayne Brady
Let me
gonna have to
teach you
slap.
how to vibe.
B Walker, what up? I'm on the game. That's a deal breaker. I'll pay all my bills and everything taken care of.
Yo, what up?
What's good?
Ain't much, man.
I got educated Southern Po Negro Pinky in the building. Pinky, what'd you
Yeah,
think about this story, brother?
I heard what you said. I done had it both ways for real shit. Well, I got married, shit. My girl, like, she didn't like me playing the game at all, dog. She was
Let me
complaining
teach
about
you
that
how to
shit. I be like,
vibe.
shit, that's my will. Just, you know what I'm saying? Talking shit to my homeboys and shit like that.
It's got
And
time, especially
yeah,
during
I like,
COVID, man.
yeah, I kind of compare that shit to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, shit, when you go out to the club and hang out with your girl for 2 or 3 hours, that's kind of like me playing the game like an hour or two or something like that. That's my club right there.
Talk to him.
And and she did, you know what I'm saying? She just didn't get that shit. I'm like, damn, so you rather me being out at the club or going out in the street, something like that? And if I'm at home, you can't complain. Other than that, how about you just come over here and sit with me? Like we can still, me and her can still talk and vibe while you sit with me. But I got a woman right now that does that. If that's my piece, she'll come in and sit down with me. She'll try to learn how to play the game. She'll try like the woman I'm with now. She didn't even like football and shit like that. But she like if I play Madden or college football and stuff like that, she'll sit there and ask me about the game, shit like that. Like she try to learn. Hell, she even right now, she didn't ask me to go get some games that she can play. So shit, it's different. Like, you know, oh, some women are different. You got some women that want you to be peaceful and like to see you have fun and enjoy yourself. Then you got some women who are just selfish as fuck. The person I was with before my wife now, she was just selfish as fuck. Like she just didn't want. It's like I feel like it was like a heavyweight boxing match. She did not want to see me happy. You know what I'm saying? It's like she saw me enjoying myself. Like this nigga right here happy. I just want him to do what I want him to do. So you get it both ways, man. But they just don't understand.
Yo, shout out to Big Jeff. He just did some Area 51 undisclosed location shit. Hashtag Big Jeff in the chat. We need some dragon stickers. And we're gonna continue this conversation. Big Jeff, I just sent you a text, man. If they live in separate houses, she can't control what's going. That was my thing. Like y'all don't live together and y'all ain't married.
Mm.
And if y'all was in a relationship, Pinky, where like y'all was getting serious and she felt like you spent too much time on the game, like that's a conversation to be had. Like, okay, well, gaming is something I like to do in my spare time. You know what I'm saying? So if it ever interfere into what we doing, then that's something we got to revisit. But where
Let me
you
teach
take
you how
an
to
inch,
vibe.
Pinky, you take a foot. And
Mhm.
if you give up the gaming wholeheartedly, sell your console, and then you start hitting the gym, then it's, oh, you be at the gym 3 to 5 days a week. I know you looking at them girls'
Yeah.
ass in there to, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop hitting the gym. I'm going to work out at home, but, you know, I'm going to hang with my boys like every other Friday when you go with your girls. I don't like your
Yeah.
friend such and such. He got too many. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always
Yeah.
something. I feel like if you don't just draw the line and say like that's just part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like if that woman
But see,
say
that's
going for brunch, like you saying go to brunch at Cheesecake or something for lunch, and
mhm.
they finna go get some drinks or something on happy hour, like I'd be wrong as a man to say don't go hang with your sisters and your cousins or your friends and have some drinks.
Right. Mm-hmm. I see, like the girl before I got married. So this is what she would do. She'll go, you know, to the club and shit like that and enjoy stuff like that. Let's say I'll be at home playing the game. You know what I'm saying? When she came home, it was immediate. Like, get off the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm here, show me some attention. I'm like, damn, hold up, we're not doing that now. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it gotta be some boundaries drawn. And when you're in a relationship, man, when you draw boundaries, you kind of see where that person is staying at. When you draw boundaries, you either gonna run them motherfuckers off or they gonna respect your boundaries. And I think a lot of people who get in a relationship when it comes to shit like that, if you ain't putting no boundaries down from the beginning, then it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Shit, as a man and woman, both y'all want to enjoy yourselves.
Say it
And the
again,
thing
Pinky.
about it,
Say it again. Chat
but
hashtag. Say it again.
but you just got, to, man. You, just, it, it just be hard. Like,
Put down them what, Pinky?
huh?
Put down them what?
Boundaries, bro.
Boundaries.
A lot of boundaries, man.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I'm telling you,
Like,
when you set them, you'll know who with you and who ain't with you, man. I'm telling you, quick. You'll find out real quick who with you, who ain't.
ooh, we 2 times just dropped some gas. He said some relationships on this platform didn't make it because of gaming. Yes, Andrew, he sold the console. He sold the console. I was
Now with
hurt
the
too,
now with
Pinky, man. Like, This man gotta
Now
go
with the dude you
all
talking about,
spring and all summer, right after Valentine's Day.
yeah.
Shit's
Now he
tough.
must. Now see, the thing about it, I would want to know like what happened before, like when they were together. You said they not staying together, right?
They never
So
lived
I want to
together. He
know,
got his own crib, but
right?
but
So I want to know what happened. Were they together before, and the gaming was a problem? He wasn't getting shit done. Now she like, okay, well, you need to do something different. Like I want that game going before we get back together. So he may be trying to get back with the girl. Like, okay, well, let me put this damn game down and get my family back. That may be the situation. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like if they not staying together and they don't and she don't plan on being with them, then I think it was stupid to get rid of the console. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't gonna be with me, I ain't finna get rid of my shit. You feel me? But if he trying to get back with her and he willing to do anything he can to, you know what I'm saying, to get his family back, then you know what I'm saying, I get it. I get it.
that's what I'm
You know,
saying. Like if like let's say you neglected some bills and you was
right.
selling it to get caught up on the bills and you like I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna grind for a few months and get my cash right. I'm gonna get me another
Mhm.
system back in a few months, but I gotta put it down for right now. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But because that could be anything. That could be drinking, that could be smoking, that could be gambling, that could be just not focused. You know what I'm saying? Just going through person could be in depression from a lost loved one or something happened at work. They mentally just ain't there or you got a side hustle they let go or something. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things
Yeah.
that happen,
Mhm.
but it's just like I know all too well. Like I be watching, you know, you look at them dumbass balloon pop videos and them
Yeah.
dating,
Yeah.
like you know stuff that be coming across your timeline. I'm like, it's a lot of women out there that hear, oh, you play games, I
Let me teach you
pinky.
how to
I
vibe.
swear to God, bro, I'm at Jack's breakfast in the drive-through. It's a new Jack's by my crib, right? You know, Jack's got
Mhm.
good breakfast. If y'all don't know, Jack's got pretty good breakfast for cheap. I go get two breakfast specials and I pull up to the window and the girl is like batting her eyes and shit, Pinky. I got a do rag
Mhm.
on. It's early in the morning. I swear to God, I handed her my debit card. It got Dark Vader on there. She's like, "Ooh, you like Star Wars?" I'm like, yes, bitch." Like,
Let me teach you how to
who
vibe.
didn't like Star Wars with James Earl Jones growing up? Like, if you grew up in the '80s and early '90s, like, bro, you Star Wars, bro. Come on, like, and then she's like, ew. And it's like, that would be the chick that would be, no disrespect. You in the, you working 20 hours a week, fast food, you in the line, and you got on a bunch of fake jewelry, fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake everything, bad skin, you ain't drinking water. And
Let
you
me
sitting
teach
here
you how
telling
to
the married man,
vibe.
ew, because he paying for his kids and his wife breakfast with a a Dark Vader Disney debit card. And it
Right.
could have been it could have been Daffy Duck, it could have been Mickey Mouse. I
Yeah.
just like, yo, I seen Darth Vader is black. Give me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even if it wasn't, it's just the whole point. That'll be the same woman that'll be in school and to meet a dude and the dude finna be an engineer or a doctor or something. And she's like, ugh, he play
Yeah.
video games. He like,
Well, see, that's the thing.
Let me teach you
Oh,
how to
not mean to cut you, off, but
vibe.
that's how women are like these days. Like they're different. Like they don't want like for me, you know what I'm saying. What does it matter what the fuck your car? Like, long that bitch get accepted in the like, well, that shit shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a conversation. Man, I used to go to Alabama State campus all the time and have a conversation. And you know what I'm saying? One of the things I brought up was like, why is it so acceptable for a woman to see a gentleman and
Let
be
me
like,
teach you
hey,
how
how
to
you doing? You know, the
vibe.
normal, hey, what's your name? Can I what's your And a female to get immediately turned off by the claim, like, oh, you soft, you know, but I had a girl, no lie, tell me that she gets turned on because a dude calling her a bitch, like come here, bitch, or something like that. She gets turned on, but I'm like, that's weird. So you okay with him being
mm-mm.
disrespectful to your ass, but you don't want to deal with the gentleman because you think he's soft, he can't protect you. I'm like, the quiet motherfuckers be most time be the most dangerous motherfuckers in the world.
True.
But women are different these days, bro.
Yeah.
They're so different, man.
And you know
I don't get it.
the crazy part, I told I told the dude, I'm like, man, my daughter is 9 and she play games, but she also in gifted program, dance 2 days, two nights a week. take art class, learning French. Like she's a popular kid in her class. Like she do a lot of stuff. She, you know what I'm saying? Like my daughter do all kind of activities and stuff, and she everybody's friend. She don't like bullying, all these different things. And I remember it was a time when people was like, "Ooh, you let your kid play on the computer?" I'm like, "Well, she learned a lot. She can type and play mouse and keyboard and edit videos and do all kind of stuff." So when she got the perfect score on the ACAP, then they just looking crazy. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, computers take over the world. And you and I remember a time where people thought computers was a waste of time. Now we live in a world where if you don't know how to operate a computer, you literally looked at as a person that's illiterate. Like you got to be computer literate. That was a term 10, 15 years ago was, are you computer literate? You fill out a job application. They say, are you computer literate? You say, no, you go to the back of the line. Because you're going to have to use a computer to use this cash register or to use this forklift or do anything. You better be able to use that computer. So I don't know. I just find it funny that, like you said, there's women out here that want a nigga in the streets with a Glock switch. They're going to beat on them and call them bitch. They're going to fuck all their homegirls and their cousins. You know what I'm saying? Threaten their mama and their daddy. You know what I'm saying? Fight their brother. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. And then you get a dude who everything you think you want, but he plays video games. And you'll come to find out one day that when that new dude you got that don't play games is cheating on you, you going to wish that was sitting at home playing the game and you could look in another room and see him in there. And I just didn't find it that if you don't live with the person, I can't control if I got a girlfriend and I can't control what she do in her house unless I'm paying her bills.
Yeah, as a grown man, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know, okay, this the shop. I see a lot of comments and motherfuckers talking on something, you know, a woman ain't gonna tell you what to do, shit like that. I get it. Y'all can talk that shit on here, but you know what I'm saying? Like at the end, at some sense, once you set your boundary, you know, we all listen to our women because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain shit. Like, if I'm playing the game right now, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You look at what's more important. Is this game more important or my damn family? You know what I'm saying? Like, but what the boundaries come in and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? This my little time.
Let me
Like
teach
when I
you
used
how
to
to
be, you
vibe.
know what I'm saying, working and shit, 12-hour shifts, something like that. You gotta make time for that shit. I come home and I handle my family and shit first and stuff like that. And after that, you know, say if I want to wind down and play the game, then you know, so I don't need no arguments. Like this is one of the boundaries I set with my wife. You know, so y'all talk about it. I pay all the fucking bills. All right. So when the mail come in, let's just say it's Alabama Power. My boundary is this: don't open that fucking bill unless your ass plan on paying it. Don't ask me how much it is. Don't ask me, you know, none of that shit. Long as all the bills and shit getting paid, you know what I'm saying? Don't question me, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever come to me, hey, did you pay this bill? Don't worry about that. This motherfucker power ain't never been turned off. The cave ain't never been turned, internet ain't been, so don't ask me. Don't open my fucking mail. That's one of my biggest boundaries. I ain't say it in the way I'm saying it now, but when we had a talk about boundaries, that was one of my boundaries. And yes, I will play my game at a certain time. But you know, she called me like, hey, I need this. Yeah, I'm gonna stop what I'm fucking doing. But at the
Right.
same time,
I just think
don't do the interruption.
what you
You know
said
what I'm saying?
is a great boundary is, hey, look, when you need me to do something, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you always calling me and you can't get me or you need, but then again, you don't want to be in a position where she know you on the game and she purposely sabotaging, not trying to give you your time.
Right.
Because if that's the case, she gonna have a problem with you with your friends. She gonna have a problem with you with your family. She gonna have a problem with you with your brothers. She gonna have a problem when you working overtime at work. And Andrew, that's the other side. We can't be like, we gonna be single with no kids because the women da da da. There's somebody out there that understands and respects it. And then, yo, Mike, if y'all, I can flip it if you want to turn your cam on. I can. You turn your cam on.
Everything you just said was pretty much my ex. No lie, dude. Like if she, like, let's say, for instance, like, no lie, this woman was so wild. If she was at work and I'm on my off day, bro, she would literally know that I'm at home on the game and call me just to be like, hey, babe, do this, do this. I'm like, why the fuck am I trying to gotta do this? like just to interrupt my peace. Like, and I was like, man, you just something just wrong with you deep inside to where you just don't want a motherfucker to have
Big Jeff
fun,
with the
bro. And it be
25.
like that. But as a grown man, I don't want my peace interrupted. I'm gonna do anything and everything for you. But if this is my peace, let me have my peace. Come in here, grab a chair, sit your ass down, and we can talk to
Bars.
each other. You know what I'm saying? Just the same way, if I sacrifice going there
Dragon
and watch
stickers
a
in the chat.
motherfucking TV show or something with you, man, I watch no lie, motherfuckers can laugh all day, but to kind of like do some kindling and you know what I'm saying, vibing with my wife, nigga, I done watch Desperate Housewives just so we can have some shit to talk about.
Man, talk to
And
him.
niggas in the chat,
Say it
and
again. Hey, I ain't never seen Pinky in here dropping bars like today, man.
like for real, like motherfucker. Like I'm a man, but if my wife is interested in this show, guess what? We gonna watch this bit together, and I can tell you all the fucking characters and what they do. So that's our way of fellowshipping. Like, you know what I'm saying? If she
Exactly.
giving me my time, if she giving me my time to play my game, well, guess what? Shit, if you want me to watch Desperate Housewives, I'm gonna sit my ass down here and watch Desperate Housewives. Because guess what? When the conversation come up, I can tell you what John or Susie did down the street, and who was cheating, and who was
Man,
doing
what?
what. It
Man,
ain't no
what?
problem with that. There ain't no problem with that. I'll tell anybody that, man. I'm a man's man. I'm gonna do what I need to do for my what's called. You know what I'm saying? Long that same energy comes from the other side. You feel me? But when it don't, that's when the boundary need to be set. Well, if you ain't doing, if you don't wanna come over here and sit down with me and fellowship and while I'm playing the game, well, shit, I can't watch Desperate Housewives with your ass.
Bars.
You know
Mike,
why, Pinky? Because we real men. That's why. We real
Mike,
men in this damn thing.
Drop the testimony, Mike.
We real men. Everything you saying, preach. You know what I mean? Because everything you just said, it makes sense. Why you think Buddha stream when he stream? Why you think Buddha like get his job done before he jump on the stream? Why you think he does late night Buddha? Because he got things to do during the day. He got accomplishments he got to do with the family first. He got shows to watch with the wifey. It's the same thing. I do the same thing here.
And see, that's why I go back to when you said the dude said he wanted he gonna go ahead and get rid of his game, and he's not living with that. What made me feel like, well, shit, that game came before her and every damn thing else. That's why he like, fuck it, I'm finna do everything I can now to get her back, and probably later on try to ease his way back into getting that game to show her he can
double
you know
back.
Yeah, like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, because, you know, it's one of those things like, okay, babe, we've been doing good. Do you mind if I get a game? That's when you start talking, because you don't want to just go buy. Let's just say he gets back with this woman, right? And everything going good. And this is where conversation come in, like, hey, do you mind if I go get a game? And you have a conversation. If she say no, you know what I'm saying, then just leave the shit alone. But if she say yeah, that's when she need to set boundaries. Boundaries need to be set. That's how you get back into this shit.
You know what though? I want to say it's not just boundaries, because I know what you mean by that when you say boundaries, because it's like you're mean like a limit. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, listen, I do this for you, so you gotta give me a little of this. I get that. But I think another way is to explain it is the word balance. I feel like you need balance in a relationship.
Let me teach you how
when
to
it comes to
vibe.
the man and female, or listen, if it's male or girl, whatever you guys want to, whatever your thing is. But what I'm saying is that it has to be a balance, right? And I think, you know, when it comes to like gaming and when it comes to the traditional stuff that, you know, people think is corny or, oh, that's whack, why you into that, this and that, like it's the same thing. If like I had a hobby where I'm in the garage all day and maybe I like to put things together and stuff like that, it's the same damn thing.
Yeah, it is. That's why I equated to just people have to understand that the other part of the conversation, Mike, is gaming is $1 billion industry. Content creation has put TV networks out of business. Like, you go to get your NFL package, it's on YouTube. NBA package on YouTube. Like, cable network how often do y'all turn on y'all cable TV and just scroll couch surfing and try to find a show on TV? You usually go to on demand and straight to the internet. Most people got a smart TV.
Cable turned into YouTube TV.
Most people got a smart TV. A lot of times I watch y'all games. Mike, I'm watching you on my TV the other day. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that.
I just hit Twitch on the TV. I just talking to the TV. I say, Twitch, turn on So Amazing. It'll turn, you know what I'm saying? Like you got that, and then maybe a person who don't understand that looks at it as corny or looks at it as whack and not realizing, like you said, okay, so what if I go and start hunting? My uncles and my granddad and them used to go hunt or go fishing all day or go on the golf course. Now, a whole lot can happen with that. You know what I'm saying? Like guys out drinking on the golf course and the secretary wind up pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like things happen. You know what I'm saying? God have to have God time. Women have to have women time. So this would be like the equivalent. Everybody listening, your girl and her homegirl get, or her sister or whatever get on the phone and start gossiping, and you just knock the phone out of her and say, nah, ain't no gossiping.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, ain't no chatty patty. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no discussing who had on what at church. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would lose their mind because they thing used to be the kitchen, the beauty shop, shopping. Those was they thing. So it's like, we not getting in the way of that. And I just feel like, Mike, what you said and what Pinky said is perfect. You need a balance. You need to be able to communicate, say how much of it is cool, how much of it ain't cool. And I think that's what you was getting at, Pinky, is maybe he overstepped his boundary of he was on the game so much she felt neglected.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure if he got his own crib and he got his game in his crib and he got a job, because I know where he work at, you know what I'm saying? He had the shirt on. So I'm saying, like, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, she was like, man, I'm over here. We don't live together. I got this baby. And some of this is another thing for people that, you know, want to start a family. And Mike and Pinky will tell you, if y'all not together as far as like marriage or serious commitment, living, got bills together, and y'all have a kid, it's completely different than y'all separate. And it's just like some single, you got a baby shit. Because when she there with that baby all the time, when she want to go do her girl time thing, sometime the baby there and she can't. Maybe you at work. And when you get off work at midnight and go in and jump on the game late night, she's sitting on that phone mad in the bitch because you get to do what you want to do and she got that baby laying there. But women got to know, maybe you should have kept them legs closed until y'all got into a certain position, you know what I'm saying? Because now you somebody baby mama, like he might just come into the bread to say, you know what, I just pay the child support and I can do whatever I want in my house. I play the game all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the other side of it. And it's like, it's pick your poison. Do you want a gamer or do you want somebody running the streets busting down everything out here? And you might be wishing you had that dude on the 2K.
Yeah,
have
a word and
who
straight
have
and
girls
everything
who don't do anything at all. Some people do that though. Let me ask y'all that. Some people's girls or wives don't have hobbies or don't have no motion going on. So they see you find something that you find interesting and you happy and they just sabotaging. That's where the boundary come in though, Pinky. Cause it's always gonna be something, right, Mike? Like, oh, well, it's Saturday. He's watching that stupid Rutgers game. You ever see like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't watch the game on Saturday. I can't get a beer and watch the game. Bills paid. You know, what's up?
Yeah, but the balance is right, Shabba Buddha. Listen, I guarantee you, you know Bama about to play, right? I know damn well she knows, your wife knows I'm about to watch Bama, right? So it's like, you know, you might have to get up extra early, you know, do some yard work, maybe like throw out the garbage, maybe clean up, you know, help clean up around the house, whatever. Like you do as a man, you'll do or do something with your kid, whatever that task is, you do what you got to do to get that. All right, well, now leave me alone for a few hours, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, but it's just a bad. Like I always equate it to like you were talking about when women be on the phone. Hell, those females can be on the phone for an hour or two, and you know, so I kind of like put it in comparison. Like, okay, well, babe, that's like you playing the game. That's your game. That's your game session for the day. So, and you know, I asked the question like, "Where's the problem with me? You know, playing the game for 2 hours? I'm on my headset talking to my homeboys, and I am playing my damn game, but that's me still fellowshipping. So you chopping it up for 2 or 3 hours, That's your game time. Well, let me chop it up for 2 or 3 hours while I'm playing the game. And you know, the ex was like, I don't have no problem with you talking to your homeboys. But her problem was the game. I'm like, I'm doing it at the same time. Why is there a problem? So it made me realize, like, you just don't want me to be happy. You want me to enjoy myself. Like, motherfuckers don't be real. Like, even a woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you said something about her having a kid. Okay. Well, her decompression when she come home from work may be a certain thing to get on her phone and you know what I'm saying, talk and gossip and shit for an hour or two. And you know what I'm saying, in a sense, both of y'all probably handling the kids. Well, like you said, that dude come home for 12 and jump on that game. That game is his decompression. Well, shit, lady, instead of me coming home and being frustrated about what the fuck just happened on this 12-hour job, I got on this game to decompress so I won't come home and cuss your ass out or choke you the fuck out. I'm trying to chill, let me relax, and then we'll come. Let me get back with you. Let me decompress.
He said,
Just
let me
saying.
slap a few niggas around on this game before I come in there and get right.
Like, let me go play this boxing game or shoot a couple of motherfuckers to make me feel good and call them a bitch or something so I can feel good about myself. And then I come over there, you know what I'm saying, and we can talk.
No,
Oh,
100%. You're
man.
right. You know how many times, like, like you just play a couple games, you do something, it relieves some stress. Next thing you know, you're mental, you got a little more mental balance. Um,
Yeah.
so many times, but listen, there's women like my girl, she will definitely, like, she'll play games too, but now she'll play a whole bunch of games on her phone. So I
Yeah.
got a question, Buddha. This is for you and Pinky in the chat.
Let me teach you
What's the
how to
difference
vibe.
between a guy jumping on the console playing the game for an hour or two compared to some of the women and some of the wives that we have that have 10, 20, 30 games, mobile games on their phone, and they be playing them things every single day?
Yeah.
So what's the
It, it
difference?
ain't it ain't no different because I've tried that too, man. No lie. I've had the what you call, like, at a point in time, me and my ex-girlfriend, we was in the bed together, bro, and she playing some shit, some little game she like, and I'm playing some game, and she'll look over at me. Damn, every time I look at you, you on that phone playing that game. Like, what the fuck? I'm not over in the room playing the damn actual console. I'm sitting here next to you playing my fucking phone, and that's a problem too. But like I said, that's what the boundary comes. That's when you know a motherfucker really don't want you to be happy or they have something going on with themselves.
Talk
And
to
I
me.
don't have that problem now because, you know what I'm saying, like, it, you know what I'm saying, like, when I used to work, hell, she knew that shit. I had to, like, I don't, when you work, bro, in the field that I work, 12, 13, 14 fucking hours, 16-hour days, I got to deal with other fucking people problems. And people don't realize how stressful it is to deal with other people's problems for 14 to 16 hours, then come home and have to deal with your own shit.
Yeah,
So the,
that
the, the
that's
under,
that's why that's the part where I say, like, you get into a gray area of, now here's the other side of it. It's a lot of people that don't understand gaming that just look at it a certain way. We all know what it is, but what happens when that's something that you like to do? And Mike, let's say your old lady couldn't stand that you like Dallas Cowboys and Rutgers games on Saturdays and Sundays. No matter how much money you brought in and how much stuff you take, no matter what kind of car she drive, purses on her arm, food in the refrigerator, neighborhood y'all lived in, or what school your kids went
Yeah.
to. What if she just didn't care for it? And here comes this lady that, hey Mike, you looking good. She loves games. She loves the Dallas Cowboys. She loves Rutgers. Then it becomes like, oh shit, you done ran into somebody who understands your world completely. And
yeah.
see, that's the thing
Exactly.
where people have to get that balance of communication and
Let me teach you how to
and
vibe.
do a trade off, like you say, Pinky. Like, I come watch Housewives if you
Yeah.
sit in here and understand what kind of gun setup I got on this Call of Duty, because if not, then it starts to become a part of, like, do that person really like you or want to get to know anything
Uh-huh.
that you passionate about?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because it
Exactly.
ain't just the
Exactly.
game, it's your hobby. And if your hobby was
Mhm.
woodworking and you like to carve shit and build shit, but they didn't care nothing about your carving and building, but they want to see how many tables you sell or pictures you paint and how much money you make off of it, then it's like, damn,
Mhm.
like, did this person really care about what I do? or is this person just like needing to get what they want out of the situation, and like you say,
Yeah,
Pinky,
what you do
don't
for
care
them,
about you
what you
being
do.
That's
happy at
true.
all.
You're
Uh-huh.
right about that. That's
I'm
tough.
gonna tell you this. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So go ahead. So Mace. Go ahead.
No. I was just agreeing. I was agreeing. Now, if you have a
Yeah.
point, go for it.
I'm gonna tell you. This is how I knew my last relationship was over with, and this why I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. So I was like, I'm gonna do something different. I'm like, what I'm saying, I travel a lot. We travel. So we went to Brooklyn. We went to Brooklyn. I got a family there for a whole weekend. It was just us. So we dropped the kids off and we stayed in Manhattan. We stayed in the Fenia Hotel right across from Madison Square Garden. Whole fucking weekend and no games, no there. It was just us. Shopping and spending time, doing all the grown folks.
Let me
shit.
teach you how to vibe.
And shit, when I got back to the house, I'm like, shit, man, I just spent 3 days with your ass and every damn thing. Boom, boom, boom. We get
Let me
home,
teach
settle
you how to
in.
vibe.
I sit down, what I'm saying, we unpacking everything. We talk a little bit, and I go to the game. And immediately, that motherfucker got mad. That's when I knew right there. I like, this shit over with. Like, nigga, I just spent 3 fucking days with you, just me and you. And you got mad because I just turned this fucking game on. That's when I knew, like, this game is somewhat a bit of my happiness. So,
Yeah,
your ass
that's
don't
the killer.
want it.
So
Yeah,
what happens on the situation with this guy, this particular person, if he give up the game and she's still not happy?
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
That
That's what I'm
means it
saying.
was never
like,
the game then. It
Thank
was
you.
something in their relationship
right.
that
But
wasn't right.
women are oftentimes use something that got nothing to do with the price of tea in China as an excuse to make a deal breaker with a.
Yeah.
Because you be watching them dumbass balloon pop videos. Like, it was a woman with dreads that told the dude on the show she popped her balloon because he had dreads. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how is a deal breaker something that you have?
Yeah.
And like you say, Mike, if she got Bubble Breaker on her phone or Candy Crush and she play that shit for 3 hours, but you turn your Xbox on and she get mad, it's not necessarily the game. It's just anything. Here's the other part that occupies your time away from her. Like, she's not the center of your attention.
Selfish. That's that selfish shit right there. Like, God damn, you want me to look in your face like a fucking heavyweight fight all the time? Like, shit,
Yeah.
no. You can't do that.
Or
I can't call him a fool because child support is the devil.
I was gonna say, or you're not supporting what they want to do. Like, say for example, it is a girl. I'm just giving an example. Imagine like it's a female that they like to party, they like to go out, right? Imagine that's their thing. They like to go out, they like to dress up nice, or whatever. Now imagine you're a man that comes along, just like the other scenario, like you just said, Buddha. Imagine I'm a man that comes along and I'm like, oh, you like to go out? All right, let me take you here, let me take you there, let me take you shopping, let me take that. They love that. They're, oh my God, he's doing everything that I like. I like to shop. He's buying me things. I like to go out and dance. Oh, he's taking me out to all these clubs and all these rooftop bars, blah, blah, blah. Then you got women that are like that too. And then, like, again, they're just, I love my man because my man does this for me and he does that for me. No, he's just doing things you like.
That's where the problem comes in. Because like that's a therapy for a woman. You know what I'm saying? When she on a materialistic or long, like put it like this, a man that does so much shit for a woman, once that shit stops, she don't want no more. So a lot of people build around you for what you can do for them.
Exactly.
But my mom told me one thing a long time ago. Find you a woman that knows how to be bored. If you're in the house with your woman and y'all ain't got shit to do and y'all just chilling, the first thing she said, I ain't got nothing to do, is bored, blah, blah, blah. That's a fucking issue.
Red flags.
Because
we see them red flags in the chat.
Yeah. Because she's matching, I have to go this place, I have to go this place, I have to do that in order not to be bored. No, motherfucker. Like, we can sit here and fellowship talk. Let's cook with each other. Like, that's when you know a motherfucker only there with you for what you can do.
Yeah.
You got to be able to enjoy each other's time when times aren't always so,
right. It go both ways, just picture if it was a woman who decided she was gonna lose weight, she started hitting the gym, she started shedding pounds, got a new wardrobe, you know what I'm saying? She started feeling herself, she got a new hairdo, and the dude, she always begged the dude to come to the gym. I ain't coming to no gym, I ain't got better stuff to do. And then next thing you know, that ass sitting up, them things looking perky, their stomach ain't got flat, their hair bouncing, you know what I'm saying? and he like, man, let me go to the gym and see what's going on. And Fabio be over there, you know what I'm saying? Like been working out with them, with CT Fletcher and them, you know what I'm saying? Bench pressing 200-300 pounds, you know what I'm saying, on incline. Then he go in there looking sick, you know what I'm saying? Remember Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah.
He come in there swinging that rope. He been in there working out. Then you feel like, man, maybe I should have got in shape. Maybe I should have lost some weight so I could look good with my woman. And maybe I should have been telling the baby, you look good, you losing weight. It's the same reverse on the side. If a man has a hobby or a passion, if it's music or whatever it is, that if you really truly care about somebody, you should care about the things that make them happy and the things they like to do. And rather than bitch about it, should literally just get this man, not an ultimatum, but hey, I know you like the game, but lately, you know, I've been wanting to spend more time with you and work on our relationship, but it seemed like that's getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real conversation. Because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, I'm over consumed with the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me take a step back and check my time. Mike, that's what you're saying about the balance of, let me make sure I'm spending as much time with my family as I am in the gym and on this game, because they want to spend time with me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they enjoy my company too. So, you know, but I think what Pinky said is also like the best case of it is like, well, let's enjoy each other's passions. You know what I'm saying? Like, come play the game with me and sit in here and bullshit and fuck off with me. And then I come in there and bullshit on your shit. Then you go do your shit on your time. I do my shit on my time, because being up under somebody at all times just don't work. Because
you go ahead.
Because what's going to happen? You going to bump heads in that free time, because he going to resent the fact that he just sold his Xbox. He gonna be tight about that shit for the next few months. And the first time he pay that child support, he go buy his little girl some shit, and she get the bitching. He gonna be on 30, bro, because he gonna be like, what else you want? I gave up my game. I'm and you still not happy. You know what? Yeah, man, put me on child support. Give me my visitation. I'm finna give me a new girl, and guess what? She loved the game. You know what I'm saying?
That will come up.
That's what be happening.
That will be a problem, man. Like, shit, damn, bro. Like now, you know, as a woman, you come and tell me, hey, then I don't want you playing the games like that. Okay, well, you just want me to be miserable. Now I'm miserable in this fucking relationship because shit, look. Okay, yeah, I love my woman, but damn, like you said, I just can't be around you, under you 24/7 like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to resent you because now I'm not getting to enjoy myself. You getting to enjoy yourself around your girls and the clubs and shit like that. Well, shit, let me enjoy myself. That's gonna be a big ass fucking problem, man. It just ain't gonna work like that. As long as if you know I'm watching the fucking football game, this is where the balance come in and the playing of both sides. If your woman can't sit down with you while you watch a game, a football game, or she ain't gotta say shit. Like, people don't even realize, like I don't know if it's in the females in the chat, but here's the thing. Even if you don't like football or don't like basketball, the point of you going to the game with your damn man is this just y'all. It's about y'all. It's not about you watching the game. You can take your ass and sit right next to me and drink all these little martinis and get fucked up all goddamn day. I don't give a shit. As a man, I don't really give a shit if you know anything about the football game or the basketball game. It's the point that you're there with me. That's it. That's what it's about. And at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same damn thing. If you can sit your ass down here and watch this game or even act like you're interested, it's cool with me. You can hate motherfucking football 10 times out of 10, but it's the fact that you sitting there with me. Your ass can be on your fucking phone playing Candy Crush while we watching the game. But the fact that you sitting right here with me, I'm fucking cool. But if you can't do that, we got an issue.
These guys funny. He said the podcast would be great if a woman can input. Now, the shop used to, you know, I had like 2 female podcasts, but you know, like over time, you know what I'm saying, females kind of like come and go in and out the shop. We have had, and I've been even on Twitter asking some females to join, but I think they'd be a little leery putting their face on the camera or getting their voice in here and really saying. So we just be in limbo, not really. I'll be welcoming the female side, because he said, if y'all wife was sitting next to y'all hearing this, man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My wife disagree with 99.9% of everything I say. Even if she agree with me, she's the devil's advocate to my life. She gonna disagree with everything I say. Just off of she like to go back and forth with me. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about this earlier, and she was like, well, to be honest, like maybe the game was getting in the way, because she gonna always take the other side no matter what I say. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, what if him being on the game was getting in the way of whatever they had going on? And I was like, she's like, maybe that's why he's selling it. He may feel guilty that he wasn't on his shit. And then now he feeling like you said, that's his way of getting back in the door, is by, look, I'm gonna show you I ain't on the game every day. I'm selling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's short lived though, because deep down, if that nigga want to sneak in that bitch and play the game, then you doing something that you got to do behind closed doors. You even feel like you hiding the things you want to do. Really, it should just be out and out. Hey, listen, playing the game is some shit I do. You know what I'm saying? If you need something from me, let's communicate as parents better so our child don't suffer, and we get stuff out in the open. And if we working on a relationship between me and you, we already 12 toes deep into this situation, having a child and not living together anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine if you got the child, y'all not splitting bills and helping each other, like shit got to be doubled down on both y'all anyways. It just like, to me, I've always felt like there was a stigma of niggas who play video games is lazy, and women look at that as a deal breaker and say, oh, he play games, so da 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 da. But if it wasn't games, in my mind, I feel like it'd be something else. Like, oh, Mike, you read books? Ew. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you know, I like this.
Yeah.
Let me take that bitch back, because that was like a Pimp C bitch. There was kind of aggressive bitch. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's the same shit as a woman that be like, yo, water make me sick. What?
Let me teach you how to
Find
vibe.
something. Yo, if you ever hear a woman tell you water make her sick, just run. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
He said if the wife, he said if y'all wife was sitting next to you, nah, man, I don't play the fiddle for nobody, bro. Like, one thing about me, I'm gonna tell folks about me, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to nobody, because one thing you'll never do is call me a fucking liar. Here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you the damn truth, and either you decide to go with what I said, or you leave that situation alone, but you'll never be able to call me a liar. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't gonna lie to no goddamn body, especially not my damn wife. Like, you ask me some shit, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Now is your choice. Damn, do I stick with what he just said because I'm respecting because he's telling me, or do I run the other way? That's just what it is. Hell, I sit in front of her face. Like, I'm a man's man. I ain't got a lot to her. I'm gonna tell her. I don't talk at the gut like I'm doing now, but I break shit down and let them ass know.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, that's one thing too, is like honestly, like, do you feel confident that you can say the things you like to do or be the person you are in this day and age dealing with women? They already gonna look at you a certain way based on like some shit that, you know what I'm saying, some superficial shit anyways. Because like I'm glad I'm married and I'm not having to like swipe left, swipe right and look at somebody's best picture in the last 10 years on their profile and judge them by that. Like, God forbid you took a picture and you was looking goofy or some shit, just smiling and laughing. Ooh, he's smiling in his profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, the shit that people use is they determining factor. And this is another, you know, guilty pleasure I watch a lot of dating shows with my wife, and I like watching them because we can see other people's situation.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Outside our own body. Like, damn, look how she acting. Yeah, baby, you do be doing like that. You be acting just like her sometimes. Or, yeah, you see how he be getting mad? Nigga, that's how you be. So it's like, you can see, he's like, damn, I be doing that. Like, yeah, you be doing, okay. All right. So it's like, you can see yourself in other people in certain situations. Like, damn, I handled that shit way worse than he did. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it in other people. And we watch those shows, I get to see and watch how people like pick and choose shit. And I'm like, man, the shit that people be deal breaking on it be so far away from the character of what you should be picking in a partner or somebody that you dealing with. Like, and that's why I say I feel bad that like the deal breaker in this man relationship is video games. Cause in her mind, she might even be cool with video games, but it might be her sister or homegirl. She didn't, I could never date no nigga play video games. You know what I'm saying? You done fell in love and had a baby with one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you got to stand on it. So yeah, girl, I told him he was too grown to be playing video games. Like you can't, it's going to be something else. You know what I'm saying? You going to have Pinky, you going to have a photo challenger, a charger, and she going, he gets to drive chargers. He gonna have to get a truck. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be something. Then it's like, he wear jeans and t-shirts and tennis shoes. Girl, he gonna have to put on a suit. Yeah, bro, like to the point you did. Well, I sure miss him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but to any nigga who done been in a female inbox, look, this how I be right here. Look, if you been in a woman inbox and be trying to holler at her, if she say hold on or she don't respond for a while, what's she doing, Buddha? She looked at that nigga profile and see, just like she just
scrolling.
said.
She's scrolling.
Yeah, let me look at his pictures. Let me see what he got him doing. And you gonna get that response back quick as hell whether she wants you or not.
Cause I know for a fact, that like I've dated women in my past life, you know what I'm saying, my last trip, my journey through the earth, you know what I'm saying, but before I was rebirthed onto this earth in my past life, before I rose through the phoenixes, you know what I'm saying, in my recycled life, in my past life. I remember dating women that, you know, they always found some shit in me that they wanted to change. It's like, you like me, but you want to change some major shit. And I remember I was dating this girl and she was like, I like my nigga to wear Jordans. I was like, at the time, I'm like, I don't even own a pair. Right. You met me, I had some Wallabies on. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't own a pair of J's at the time. But then again, you know, you fast forward, then I done dated a woman that's like, it was a deal breaker for her that I played video games. And I'm like, listen here, man, this ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better be cool with it, because like I could be out doing XYZ, and then we don't want to hold that over their head. Like, you gotta let me do this, because if not, I'll be doing some devilish, like, at the time when I was young, I probably would have been on some foolish shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just to say, like,
let me teach you how to
the
vibe.
things that you love to do and you passionate about, the person that you dating or you with should be understanding, and y'all should be able to communicate that balance of, yo, try this with me, I'll try that with you, let's do this, let's do that. Because ultimately you want somebody that's slightly different from you in a relationship. Or I can't date my twin. If my wife was just like me, this shit would not work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you need somebody that's gonna make you eat a different food, or go to a restaurant you wouldn't go to, or watch a movie you wouldn't normally watch.
I have my wifey right next to me right now. She actually wants to put her she wants to put her female perspective in there. She's been listening to us. So give me 1 second. Here you go.
Let's get it.
You can put the headset on. It's live.
Hello.
How we doing, Miss So Amazing?
Hi.
How you doing today? Look, we not new to having females into the shop, so we just want to welcome you in the right way, be respectful. But I definitely was asking for some female perspective on this situation. Did you hear the whole situation?
Okay, not from the get-go, from the beginning. I got snippets, you know, because Mike was trying to chime in a little bit before. But in the perspective of what I was kind of hearing, it was like trying to find somebody now ages and how it's hard. Is that correct?
No, let me give you the quick rundown. Today I ran across a guy at GameStop, and he had a box, and I was like, yo, you coming to get upgrade or something? And he was like, nah, really a sad day for me. My baby mama, who I don't live with, has a problem with me playing video games. He's like, I spend time with my daughter. I spend time with them. I don't game when I'm around them. But in my own apartment, what I do when I'm off is I like to play the game. And he's like, I'm just tired of hearing her mouth about it. So today, unfortunately, he was selling his console from what I understood, not because he needed the money, it was because the baby mama was basically saying he shouldn't be playing video games. So that's how we got to this conversation. So I definitely like to hear what you think about that situation.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it is a struggle to be with somebody that loves to game. It is, but I think is also having somebody that understands it. Because to be honest, not a lot of people, not a lot of females get it at all. I have a friend that actually questioned me before. She's like, "Oh, I know your man likes to game all the time. What you do?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna lie, we had fights. It, a lot of them, and there was ultimatums, okay? But the problem is that if he's giving time and showing that he's giving time and she's not seeing it, then like why change yourself for somebody that's not gonna like who you are and enjoy the things that you like? You
Mm.
get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. So let me ask you a question. What part of it is the hardest part? Because in from a man's perspective, we think, okay, my uncles and my granddaddies, they used to go hunting for days at a time, or they go fishing all day, or they be in the garage working on cars or building. My dad's wife, all her dads and some of my uncles is bricklayers. They might go brick up a house for a week and come back. Um, traveling welders, just different things that they do in gambling or out partying with the boys or whatever they did. And I just felt like gaming from a man's perspective, we felt like gaming is kind of there with like going to the gym or playing basketball for an hour or so, like in our perspective. So what about it from a woman's perspective is difficult to have a guy who's a gamer?
The problem is that you're home. So when you're home, especially if you got a kid, when you're home, you're expected, to help out with the kid, especially if the girl is like either a stay-at-home wife, she has to stay with the kid all day, every day. So when you're home and you're gaming, like you want your guy to kind of help you with that. But the problem is that's the hardest part. But what needs to happen to make things work is really all scheduling.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, of like the traveling, the hunting, you're scheduling that time to be away. So you got to
Mm.
schedule the time that you're going to go, hey, I'm going to go to this room from this time to this time and be respectful about that time and that time. And then that should be at least a compromise.
Okay, I see. So you feel like in certain situations the guy is there, but he's not there.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Because I've had that conversation before, and I just thought it was weird from this guy's perspective because they don't live together and they not married. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, if you in a relationship where y'all don't live together and you're in your home to basically be free to do either you're gonna lie to her and tell her you're not on the game, or you gonna be on the game and just deal with the consequences of, hey, I'm in my own home, you don't live with me. If you want to live with me and we want to explore that option, that's a whole nother set of circumstances. But I just thought it was weird that they not married and they don't live together, that she would make that type of ultimatum without even living with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I was a man and you had your own place and I didn't pay the bills there, I don't know how I could tell you what you could or couldn't have in your apartment. Is it, if that makes sense.
I get that. No, I get that. And the fact that they don't live together, it shouldn't matter what he does at his own place. And in a way, like I'm going to throw something that Mike used to tell me all the time. Would you rather me play a game or go to the bar?
Mm.
Okay, I'd rather him play a game than go to a bar. Like that,
Right.
it's like hell, stay home. Okay, so that is one of the things that I 100% will state. But I think it wasn't that. It depends. To be honest, okay, I'm gonna put two and two. It depends on the game. It depends on if he was wasting money playing the game and majority of the time when he's at home, and maybe she wanted to move in with him or come together because you said they had a kid, right? So it's taking that initiative. Why wasn't he not taking the initiative to move in together yet?
Yeah, that's those are the questions that I have. I try not to get in to pry into nobody's life, but I also thought, and when I was trying to play devil's advocate, is if a woman has the kid, she might want to play a game or Candy Crush or go have fun time with her girls, and she can't because she's got the baby with her 24/7, and maybe it's a situation where she's laying there with that kid
Let me
in
teach
the
you
bed
how to
with her, and she
vibe.
can't do nothing, and he's free, and it wouldn't matter if it was gaming, if it was the gym, if it was a bar, if it was hunting, fishing, or whatever. It's just the fact that she physically has the kid, and she feels like he's doing whatever he wants to do in his own spot. And you're right. That might have to be the next conversation to be had. Well, let's talk about getting together. Let's talk about living together. Let's talk about how we gonna schedule our lives. And you can do your thing, and I can do my thing playing the game, and the child will be straight.
Yeah, exactly. And he's probably a majority of the time on the game when he's at home, when he could they live together, spend time like when you relax, I take the kid, or she'll be uh like you play, I'll take the kid. It could be that case, but the problem is that they're living in different places. He could be easily say, "Hey, I'm sleeping," and be playing.
Yeah, and see that's where the resentment and the lies come in a relationship is, you know, a person is gonna start. I ran across this lady who asked me. She lies to her guy about going to bars and clubs because she like to do it, but her guy don't like that she go out. So sometimes she's like acting like she's at her family's house, but really she's out partying. I said, it ain't that you out partying, it's that you lying to him about it. Like if he found out that that's where you were at and you weren't where you supposed to be, like it's gonna be the lie, not the act. And I think, in relationships, you got to kind of open the doors and say, look, this is who I am. I'm willing to compromise on this and this, but you know, everybody
Yeah.
has something that they want to maintain in a relationship. And if you had to lie to Mike about, going to a pottery class or something, or how would that, what I'm saying? It's like, it's not the lie. It's just the act of, it's like, why can't you say, hey, I'm going to do this pottery class. I don't like that pottery instructor. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's find another class. Let's find another instructor. Let's not say because if you do give that pottery class up, you're gonna be very resentful towards him. Like, I really like doing
Let me
pottery, and
teach you
every
how
time
to
I think of pottery, I
vibe.
want to hit him because he's the reason why I'm not doing pottery.
Yeah, and I think it's just a fact that if you're going out of your way to go around somebody to make excuses, now you're just keeping lies to yourself and trying to figure out did I say a lie about this? Did I say a lie about that? And then you're just hurting yourself as well as you're hurting them because you want them to trust you. And that's the whole thing. In relationships, you want to be yourself. It's the it's one of the things I always said. You gotta love me the way when I'm pretty, and you gotta love me when I'm ugly. If I'm drunk, falling on the floor, you gotta still love me. So it's just one of those you have there's trust, and
Mm-mm-mm.
the moment you lose trust is the moment that it's gonna be hard
Let me
to
teach you
save
how
that
to
relationship.
vibe.
It only take
When
one white lie.
it really does. It truly does. Because if you're willing to lie about the dumbest shit in the whole entire world, what else are you
Mm-mm-mm.
willing to lie?
Right. So that's why with me, I'm like, okay, I am a nerd, and I do play video games, and I do like basketball, and I do and I like, in my dating times in my former life, I like to jog long distance. There ain't many black dudes that ain't Africans that that like to do distance jogging. I used to do like half marathons and stuff. It's not at the time. Everything I've ever done was like always done at a time where it wasn't sexy. I played video games when people thought it was the devil. I was into computers when people thought computers would be something that come and go. Like all the things that I was into, I like East Coast hip hop and I lived down south with Booty Shake, but that's why, I'm just like, I had to be true to myself. And if a person gonna love me, they're gonna love me for the things that I do that's awkward and weird and goofy or whatever, but that's me. And I don't have tattoos. I don't have any piercings. Like, I'm just the most like regular chill person. You know what I'm saying? I drink beer in a can, but at the same time, I think the boundaries do have to be drawn on both sides. And you do have to have a good balance to say like, let's schedule this out. And then if I'm going over schedule, you get to go in there and hit Mike over the head if he passed his time limit, like, because talking to you, you seem like really calm. You seem like very reasonable. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Mike. I'm sorry to do this to you, but if ever something happened, it had to be your fault. It's gotta be Mike's fault.
Let's just say the whole 2020, 2021 gaming time, Mike, that was all his fault. That man did not get off the game till 5 a.m. Eastern time zone. Like, it is like, there's times that he's like, I'm playing with Tikiana. I don't fucking care.
Oh, no, he can't
I
say
unplugged him.
Even though Tiki one of the guys, you can't tell your girl you playing with a girl in the game.
Yeah, well, obviously, but it was that time I was like, your ass is going to bed. No.
Cause
I got my sister
but there was a
yelling.
different time, so we gotta like exclude the COVID era because
Well, that's when I
these,
learned.
I do these podcasts, and my wife would look at the flyer, and I could tell the look on her face, like, we used to have those podcasts. Like, I know we brought in like one of the girls on. My wife would already have that side eye, like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a little attitude this week just because like the guest you got coming on. So it's just one of them things that come with it because COVID era was different. So you can't. I do have to stand up for Mike. I'm the guy code. You can't blame anything that Mike did during the 19 to 21 era. You can't blame Mike because this. I don't know what you did to him, but we like this new Mike. We like the new Mike.
Yeah.
The new Mike is so calm and calculated, and it's like the Mike during the COVID era was a little different. He's evolved.
He was reckless before. No, it was just more like a lot of conversations. That's what it was. Like, I had to like really talk to him and tell him, hey man, like, you gotta calm down. You can't act like the way you're acting. You're grown. Like, he's almost 40. Like, he has to grow up.
I'm 42. My family had an intervention with me. And like like one day, like my mom and my wife was sitting there on the couch looking at me like, my mama had the Bible out. My mom like a 65-year-old black lady, from Alabama. So she sitting in the couch like, and then my brother hit me up. He like, hey, bro, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my brother is like the one that's gonna be on 10. I'm gonna be on 3. If he telling me like, yeah, it's not. Hey, look, that's when you start looking around and look in the mirror and say, man, I'm acting way too wild. This thing got me outside my body. And I think really with gaming, with us guys, it's the competition and the competitiveness. And I try to explain it to people like sometimes like from like this, I don't know how much of it y'all get to see. I got my headset turned off. Y'all have no clue some of the stuff these people like my messages don't come on the screen and y'all can't hear what the other people are saying to me. And sometimes I be getting tilted because I'm keeping the brave face, but the person I'm playing knows it's me and they really at my neck. And I want to win. I'm competitive because not because I care that much, but it's like people be sending you, and internet is an unforgiving place. So, but you're right though. That's a skill in a level that you gotta attain
Yeah.
to where you don't let the things bother you because I'm somebody's dad, Mike is somebody's dad, Pinky is somebody's dad. We can't be out here acting a certain way and our kids looking like, hey,
But
daddy,
the plus side about that, man,
you was
is the
gonna
fact
do
that
it.
he found
Like
somebody
Pinky,
that bought some
you had your moment you wish you could take back. You was like, man, I was just a little tight. There was a long time
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. But that's a good thing though, man. You know, to find somebody like if so amazing was, what I'm saying, like that, and now he found somebody that brought out some peace and some calm in him. That's a fucking great thing, shit. Because what I'm saying, some people will actually ignite that fire a lot more. But finding somebody that can like when you that incredible hook type of person, and they can bring your butt back down to the what I'm saying, the human you. Shit, that's beautiful right there, man. And no lie, that's something good right there. That's great. That's kudos to y'all, man. That's good.
For sure.
So
Like
amazing
I
went
think
from a street thug
the
to a
unsung
nerd.
heroes to the content creation world is the girlfriends behind the wives behind the scenes that that keep everybody from going. I'm gonna tell y'all what slowed me down when my family had that intervention with me, because it was my wife, my mama, and my older brother. Like they all told me, and then I'm like the super daddy at school. So like from kindergarten, first grade, second grade, she in third grade. Last 3 years, like I'm the dude always picking up and dropping at dance, always picking up and dropping at daycare, at school, on the field trips. I go on every field trip. All the teachers know me, all the principals, the SRO officer. So it's like, man, what if these people see me acting a fool on the internet? And
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just like, man, I gotta tone it back because I'm probably cutting myself out of opportunities too, just by
Yeah.
acting a plum fool on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, cause any man that's in this chat that has a daughter or something like that, if you ain't never sat down, man, and did a little makeup thing or a tea party or played Barbie dolls with your girl, then hey, you ain't no real man. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it turkey with you. Cause I know I have shit. I got 3 daughters. So shit, I done been through all them phases and shit. So that shit right there, like put that thug shit down. I don't give a fuck who saw me, even if she record me, put on YouTube. I'll probably be paying the tea and have tutus on everything else. But for my daughter, I'll do that shit. For my
Yeah,
daughter, I'll definitely do it.
and I was, people always look at me like one of the calm guys in the community, and like it's been times where I call LMG like, hey bro, delete that, get off. You know what I'm saying? Back when he had his
Yeah.
little spat, when I didn't call Mike before. Mike, don't get sucked in. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't call a lot of people and calmed a lot of people down of like, you don't take but 15 seconds on the internet to make a mistake, to say something
Right.
that and then too, on my end, my wife never cared when I went to Vegas, when I went to Orlando, when I was going to Atlanta to these stream conferences, and I could sleep with my phone up at night, and I ain't never had she. You know what I'm saying? I never did nothing to where she got to be like, do I need to go on one of them trips with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never
Right.
like done nothing like that. So it's like, that's a thing you want to hold too. Cause once you put it on the internet, man,
Yeah.
God forbid you crash out in anybody. It's some people right now. There's some good guys in the community that people only remember them from like a crash out moment.
That's a human way though. Nobody ever remember what you did good. It's always gonna be that bad focal point.
It's the
That's
crash
always
out.
gonna be part of the conversation. Yeah, it's never gonna be that you did this good. Like think about it. Anytime you're around your homeboys or your friends, something like that, they always joke on you about the bad or the goofy shit you done did.
Cause
And
I'm gonna
nobody
tell
gonna
y'all,
come, man. I remember Buddha. I remember I was struggling, man, and Buddha came to me, man, and he knew I was struggling. He handed me $2,000. Like, that shit ain't gonna never come up. You know what I'm saying?
ever.
And then, like you could have done that. You could have done it, but that same person's gonna joke on you about some shit you did bad. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah,
just humans.
it is because like the one thing about it is like a hit single for a rapper. Like if you don't want to perform this song for the next 30 years, just don't make the song. Like
Right.
you just got to put out the song that you want people to see, because people are gonna look for the worst for you, worse than you on the internet. People are gonna look to tear you down. Everybody's waiting on the train wreck to happen and for you to fail or for whatever. So like you do have to hold yourself accountable to that. And it's another question, Miss So Amazing. Are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening.
I got a really good question for you. I know you've gotten this question, and I need an honest answer. How many times have people, either in your family or your friends or coworkers, found out that Mike plays games and they give you some like negative reaction about it?
None.
You've never gotten that?
I'm the one that tells people. Like I'm like, hey, like my man does gaming, and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's good side job. Because I have coworkers that go on like Facebook and TikTok for side money themselves. So
Okay.
no bad comments at all. I mean, even like my uncle is giving him ideas of things to do
Wow.
on the side.
Hey, Mike, you got a solid support base, because I ain't gonna lie. She falls in like the 5%
Let me
category.
teach you how to
The
vibe.
other percentage of the world like gives people this negative reaction about people who are into gaming or content. And you know, to sidebar that question that I just asked, like, how would you react if somebody reacted negatively to you saying, yeah, my man plays the game, da 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 da. Like, ew, girl, how you live with that? Like, how would you react to respond to somebody saying that?
Well, the way I would state it, like, it's just it does. I'm a type of person. It doesn't matter what other people say. It's not gonna bother me. But it's just more of like, okay, he likes doing this. I'm gonna allow him to do it. He makes the balance, the time for me and his daughter. He goes to work. He just does this on the side until it pays the bills. He'll do it full time, but he ain't doing that right now. But that's all it is. I mean, I'm not gonna like if they're being ill, they're ill because they're not doing it themselves. Let's be real. A lot of the haters out there is because they want to do it and they can't.
That's true. Because one thing I've learned is people, what Pinky said, people will never tell you what they like. They'll lurk, they'll watch. They'll only respond to comment or say something if they see something negative pertaining to you with the internet. And that's something that I always tell people is that you can't validate yourself through people that know you with content, because ultimately what you just said, it's a lot of people that wish they could do it, that think it's easy, that have either failed at it, can't do it, or they never want to support you unless they, like, if they seen Mike at the Dallas Cowboy Stadium and your daughter and Mike was there and the Cowboys flew y'all out and Mike is doing content, they would be kissing your ass then. But, you know, up until this point, they would like silently, you know, watch, you know, just waiting on the moment for failure or for L. So it's like, I think that's why you need your support base. So what do you think about the women that is a deal breaker for them to date a guy that games?
I think it's just they don't have the understanding, or that's not something that they could jam with in that way. So I gotta go and, like, you know, be a mom. But I'm gonna end on this note. It's just girls want somebody that is gonna make time for them. And if you're willing to sacrifice some time to help them and be there for them, and then do some time and schedule it out to your thing, then everything is gonna be okay. But if you don't take the balance or the time, then it's not gonna work out, because you're just thinking of yourself and what you want to do.
Yeah,
that was fire. Hey, look, you just replace Mike from now on. Just replace.
Okay.
Appreciate you hopping in. I know it takes a lot of courage to get females to hop in on these calls, and sometimes they, you know, don't they have opinions and don't put it out there to the world. But I'm glad you hopped in today. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you for having me. Bye.
ready.
Yeah, Mike.
Movie said, "Come tell the women in Pennsylvania that, man, you gotta
That was cool,
first and
man.
foremost, you gotta get." Smoothie. You got, hey, Smoothie be picking them. If Smoothie was on one of them dating shows, Pinky, he be picking the one that everybody like, no, don't. I know she look good, but don't pick her. She.
Hey man, look,
I appreciate you guys letting her be on.
Oh no, it's nothing, Mike. You know for sure.
Yeah, because she was listening to the conversation and she wanted to do it. Yeah.
Pick somebody that pick people who like you, who like you. At the end of the day, shit. If most people will just avoid red flags in the beginning, think, oh, I can change somebody. People don't really change, man. They just adjust a little bit, but they still always go back to their regular selves all the fucking time. That's just what it is. Like who likes you at the end of the day, man. Too many people avoid red flags, man, because I can't say shit about a woman. If I go say, hey, I play games shit and she don't like it, I can't get mad at us. That's like the balloon pop shit. If they be like, what is your hobby? I be like, I play a game. And she be like, shit, okay, well, she pop a balloon, and that's what you like. I get it. I can't get mad at you because it might be some shit I don't like about you.
Mm-hmm.
But like will like you at the end of the day here. That's motherfuckers don't really change.
That's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow though. That like who like you thing, and that's kind of what I was looking at. Like, imagine this guy goes the next 10 years without playing games, and really is frustrated, and takes him a while to find other hobbies and things to do, and him and this girl wind up not working out, and she move on with another man, and he on child support for the next 18 years anyways. Like, bruh, anything that you let go that made you for a woman who nothing you did was gonna be good enough, man, that's a tough. You know what I'm saying? The resentment ain't gonna go away if you in a relationship and somebody completely gives something up for you and it don't work out.
The worst lesson of any past relationship is this. Let's just say that guy, let's take the guy you're talking about, right? He wants to play a game. His woman don't want to play a game.
Teach you how to vibe.
But in a side note, devil advocate, she's learning, okay, what he like. Guess what happens if she leaves? He has taught her something to how to deal with a man. Her next boyfriend may be the guy who actually plays games. Now she have learned from a previous relationship, hey, damn, my other guy liked it, what's called. This was my way of fellowship with him. But he just taught her how to actually, go with the game and stuff. Now the next dude has, her in a relationship where he playing game and she's enjoying it. That's one of the worst things about being with exes, dog. Like, you actually teach them how they need to be for real, and they go to the new person and actually do all the shit that you wanted them to do. So that's one of the worst things about life.
Pinky talks you. Tell him Pinky say she learned that from Pinky.
Yeah, that's how I be though, man. Like,
it's true. It's true because sometimes like a woman or a guy may ask their ex if they ran across them, like, what that person did I didn't. It's like, nah, we learned a lot about ourselves in that relationship, and our timing was off, and I kind of figured what I needed to do in a relationship, and because a lot of times people have a relationship that'll crash and then the next one will work. You know what I'm saying? Just because a person has too many lines of trust has been crossed at that point, and you know,
you didn't learn from your mistakes and shit like that. But see, one thing about a human, bro, what trips me out, and I had this conversation with my girl the other day, is that it's so crazy that humans take advice quicker from a stranger than they would from a family member or a brother or something like that, and it's so damn weird. I was talking to my wife one day, and we were talking about the sir stuff, and I was just relating to my kids. And I teach my kids all the time to say sir and ma'am wherever they go, especially to me and their mom. But I was like, hey, when you at school with your teacher and stuff, and they call you, what do you say? Do you say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir? They're like, yeah. I said, so when you at home and I hear you say, huh, I have an issue with that. Because you're giving somebody respect that don't take care of you outside of our household versus somebody that does. You rather call them sir, ma'am, and versus using sir, ma'am at home. Those are shit that I have issue with, where I try to teach folks, man, like, well, we gather or respect strangers more than any damn thing. Like, let's say, for instance, your wife at work. anytime her boss come and ask her to do something like that, granted, yes, she got to keep her job, but guess what she gonna do? She gonna hump and do it. Well, if you humping and busting your ass at work for a stranger, and then you come home to me and I say, hey, babe, can you go get me a glass of water or something like that, and you give me issues, and I'm the person that taking care of you, or we taking care of each other, I have an issue with that. That's why I set a boundary, and I'm like, okay, that shit's fucked up right there. You ain't finna be at your job and your boss say go give me a cup of coffee. You be like, yes, sir. Then when your husband is at home, I say go give me some water, and you frown up in my fucking face. That shit is twisted.
I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about this. About content. Sometimes is, you know, like your old lady might share you in y'all private chat, like all kind of people's TikToks and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they would never do that with your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not even did I expect them to. You know what I'm saying? Because if I like let's say I was Casa Nat or I was Joe Budden, they'd be telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, ringing to the mountaintop. Ooh, that's, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think another part of it that we didn't really discuss is how much of it is tied to the success of the person playing.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, I have a problem with that. A nigga, look, all right, when it comes to your family and friends, them motherfuckers would get on the internet and go on a Michael Jordan page, they're probably a fake page, and say, happy birthday, Michael Jordan. Well, bitch, you can't come to my page and hit a like. Like, that shit is weird to me.
I understand
but like
that.
to answer, but to
I
answer it though,
understand
like
that though.
I think you need a strong woman though to be next, like you said, like for the growth, right? You said Buddha, like let's say you were a small time content creator, and then like you said, like you grow, you get bigger. Right now, a lot of more people know you. People are in your DMs, blah blah blah. Like you need to have a really strong woman mentally to like be able to handle that, and that goes for any type of fame, right?
True.
Yeah.
That takes a lot.
Like I understand people not. That's why I say people will silently support you. But if you do something negative, everybody would tell you. That's why I said like I understand that part of it, and I get it. It's just like my question was more of like, let's say this dude that sold his console was Henry. She wouldn't be telling him to sell his console.
You know what? You know what? That's
he benefiting from it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that should be the case, because if my wife loved to get cookbooks and cook food, and the food always came out nasty, like it just because she ain't Martha Stewart and selling her cookbook and made $1 million off of it, still don't mean that she enjoys cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I might act like I'm eating and throw it away and pick up some food on the way to where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? If I was just like not wanting to hurt her feelings on that regard, but I'm saying like your level of success in doing something shouldn't dictate how somebody views you that you do it, right? So like Mike, let's say you go to the gym, but you don't go to the gym like in your military days. You feel pretty good. You like, I fit in all my jeans and t-shirts, man. I'm in shape. I could chase after my kid playing in the yard. Like,
I'm feeling good.
That might be your thing of, they can't look at you and be like, you shouldn't go to the gym because you don't look like an NFL football player. You know what I'm saying? Like when you take your shirt off, like, hey man, I still enjoy the gym and getting a good sweat in. Cause most people that jog in the park still got beer bellies and got little titties on them. You know what I'm saying? Like little turkey neck, but they enjoy the sweat. They enjoy, getting to listen to some music, get out and, getting some fresh air. Like just because it's your hobby, because you don't make $1 million off of it, don't mean somebody should like look down at your hobby, because and that's a new wave of society is like, if a guy liked to play, wanted to learn the guitar, I guess if he wasn't Jimi Hendrix, you know what I'm saying, they look at it as a waste of time, even though he enjoyed learning the guitar.
You know what, Buddha? I can actually agree. I got a story, and it happened with my girl's sister. She had a sister that was going out with a new boyfriend, like new boyfriend guy, right? And he was into fitness. Now, just like this, Buddha, we met him. It was at like one of them like city festivals. I said, "Hey, what's going on? Like, nice to meet you." You know, he introduced himself. He on good behavior, right? But what was the one thing that we noticed was, you know how it is, fellas. You know what I mean? Like, he on good behavior in front of the family. You know, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Yeah, and but he was in good shape, right? And I said, "Damn, bro, you seem like you know how to pick up the gym and put things down." Like I was making a joke, right? And he was like, you know, he laughed it off, whatever. And then, you know, he starts talking, "Oh, you know, I do IT for work, but you know, my real passion is like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, sell supplements and like, you know, he's trying to have like some type of fitness line, whatever. Like he's like a
Let me
social media
teach you
guy."
how
So
to
I said, "Yeah, man,
vibe.
that's awesome, man. Keep grinding, whatever, right?" But back to what the woman felt, right? So we're out at the restaurant, right? And I'm vibing with this dude, and I'm starting to understand where he's going with it. But I kept telling him, I'm having guy talk with him. I'm like, yeah, just be careful when you do this and that because you know what I'm saying, this might deter you, blah blah blah. And then with my girl's sister came out to defend him. She was like, well, Mike, he's trying to make a business out of it. He's
Ooh.
not just trying to do this and that. He's just not going to gym and wasting his time. And I remember I'm like sitting there at the restaurant like,
Yo,
no,
she just pulled. Hey, what
Wow.
service pistol you carry, Pinky?
Wow. Hey, a 9mm.
9mm. She hit Mike with the switch.
bro, I'm sitting there
Mike
like,
with the
I'm
Glock
like,
switch.
yo, I said, listen, I understand. I'm just saying, like, you know, like that industry is not easy, bro. Like, I'm just trying to be real with the dude. Well, don't worry about that, Mike. He knows what he's doing. And then I was like, all right. So I just put my
Oh my
arms back and I
God.
was like, shit, let me just sip my beer. Fuck it.
Wow.
She for sure took a shot at you, right?
Yeah.
It like
But that's what I'm saying.
She said
what
in so many words, she said he's actually doing a business and he's gonna make money one day with this, Mike. You're just
Exactly.
playing in Dallas County. You're just wasting but
yeah, exactly.
But guess what though, Mike? You smile and cheers the beer on that because let's say Silver and Blue Huddle take off and you at the Cowboy Stadium, he gonna be double fisting on his knees trying to get you to shout out his hey, can you wear my clothing line to to the Cowboy game?
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I was trying to say. And like, you know, the dude understood me, but she was trying to defend him. And I'm just like, yo, like relax. Like, you know, you just met the dude. Like you guys are just still building a relationship. Like chill out.
That's why I'm saying people's silent thoughts about what you do, they'd never tell you. Like they probably be giving anybody that play games, other people probably give us the business when we not around. But you know what I'm saying?
I
At
can
the same
imagine.
time,
Shit like that, you got to notice.
It's the silence. It's the silence because she probably felt she probably didn't really sat and watch you play Madden and really felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like before, instead of just hitting the like and talking to you, it's been that's a waste. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how people feel. But you know, if you turn around and say it to every woman that done Mary Kay or Avon or any kind of those travel site things or anything anybody's passion or something and said like the reality, the percentage of somebody like blowing up and making a bunch of money in any profession or hell even staying with the same job all the way through retirement is slim to none these days. So it's like just support people for their passions, you know what I'm saying, and respect
Yo,
it.
Buddha, you know how many times her sisters, and you just had my girl on here, right? She know how many times her sisters, like she had to tell her, like her family, like in 2020 and 2021, she'd be like, oh, you know, Mike has a tournament today, or you know, he's doing the MCS ladders. Like she understood, like after a while, like all right, yo, he's gonna be streaming for a few hours, like you know, blah blah blah. And she used to tell that to her family, and her sisters would be like, what do you mean he's playing the game? And she's like, yo, like he got something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing something with sponsorships or XYZ, or, you know, he's collaborating with other streamers, blah, blah, blah. And they would like roll their eyes. But then I remember I tried to hit her back with like, well, what's the difference between that and like your uncle that like he works from home on the computer? It's the same shit. I was like, it's just
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like it got me mad in the beginning, but like you said, Buddha, it took me time to just like calm down and be like, you know what? Let me just be confident and trust the process and be myself and don't let other people try to like deter me from my, what I want to do.
That's the best thing though, man. Like your wife falls in a small percentage like my wife or the people who don't listen to outside noise, because what goes on in our house is what goes on in our house.
Facts.
And that's one of the best thing about it. Like your sister-in-law seemed like a person that could be influenced by somebody quickly. If somebody came and sat there and said something negative about, or like, why is such and such out here selling supplements versus being in our party, she'll probably get agitated by that shit instead of checking him like, hey, he's doing what he need to do. Because you got to start somewhere. People don't realize that, man. And what's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a fucking day. You got to start from somewhere. The more shit you build, I'm gonna go back to what Buddha said. Like, when you become good at what you do and you building and building it and it gets big, that when more people started coming around, the same motherfucker who was downing you and doubting you started to kiss your damn ass, because now they see the success part of it. But nobody, you look at shit from the beginning. When people, I look, it's kind of like a motherfucker that in the NFL, you know how the players be like, man, I've paid attention to who all got drafted before me. I paid attention to who are the teams who didn't draft me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I pay attention to shit. I pay attention to the motherfuckers who have dissed me or down me or thrown
Let
a
me
red
teach you how
flag,
to
well,
vibe.
it was subliminal or not. And I'm like, I keep that shit on tabs, but then when you come running with your hand out, motherfucker, yeah, you get X'd out, because I'm gonna remind you what you said. Ain't
You gonna do
ain't, ain't
what?
no
You gonna do what,
apology
Pinky?
after that, huh?
You gonna do what to him?
I'm gonna remind their ass.
You know, my
Ain't no apology.
you know, with me, I just always took it as the people that don't follow. I don't have to get them a ticket to the show. They got to pay to get in. You know, that's and
Man.
I never took it personal. I always thought it was was just part of the game when it comes to, like, because I've ran my own business. I done worked in all kind of different fields. I've had people, give up on you. I had people laugh at you, turn your back. I just remain and just do the things that I enjoy and stay true to myself, because at the end of the day, like, nobody else can't validate me. And one thing about content, I want to drop this story on y'all.
Let me teach you
The
how to
number
vibe.
one Billboard like record growing in media was Super King Big Pope, Tell on Me, featuring Kevin Gates. Pinky, dude from Huntsville. That's not his best song, but that song went viral over people doing TikTok where they was like putting their hands on the counter, acting like they was humping in the air with their feet on the wall.
Yeah.
And the song went viral. That song is from 2016, and that man has a 10-year. You know how many people probably laugh at him and say, "Oh, you still rapping, bro? You still doing the little rap thing?" You know how they talk to you. You still got the little rap thing. You still hit the studio. I ain't heard no song from you.
Keyword, hey, keyword lil. That's the shit.
Right.
That's that.
People do that.
This
Oh, you
shit.
still playing them little games, man? And 10 years later, this man's song has hit the top of the TikTok charts, and you see him at the record label and picking that bag up, and you go back and look at his other song, Best of Me, is hit a million views on YouTube. People going back watching and listening to his old music. And you know how on iTunes work. Once they play that one song, when they go to the next song, it still counts as a spin. And I wonder what that check looked like, and seeing that man have a 10-year-old song with Kevin Gates. I hope Pinky, did it keep going viral, and that Kevin Gates reach out and they go back and shoot a video from a song that's 10 years old and hit back on the charts. And I hope that man get a bag. And for all the people that say, "Oh, you still rapping, bro? The rap thing ain't work for you," down talking them, sit there and watch that man have a song out of Huntsville, Alabama, be the number one song on viral song on TikTok. And I hope he got a dumb bag from it. You know what I'm saying? Because
you'll be amazed.
You never know, bro. Like, I never.
Yeah.
That's one reason, Pinky. No matter how many followers or what anybody ever, I never tried to shit on nobody, because somebody could go viral tomorrow and be in a flip-flop position to come really step on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really try to crush everything you do. So anytime I've never had a situation where I've never used in a debate or beef with somebody online that I'm bigger than you, I never have went that route. And anytime I felt like I damaged somebody's imprint or platform, I've always tried to help them after the fact of, like, bro, you sent for me, bro. I just finished the deal, and But if you need some help, like let's work together rather than work against each other. Because tomorrow,
That's right.
tomorrow somebody that don't even got a page could drop one video and be the biggest thing on earth. Because like this conversation go with that Black Boy Maxwell TJ Fivio Foreign situation. Like they was fronting on dude because he's a gamer, not realizing that these gamers get more money than these rappers now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I kind of like sit back, man, because you're like, it's amazing how much money out here and what you can do. But a person, this is what I look at it as a person who really hating on you or downing you. I look at this person that they're not necessarily mad at you, but they're disappointed in their success. So, but to make themselves feel better, they have to down you. That's the people I look at like this. That's their life accomplishment. Like, man, shit ain't going right in their life. Let me just bash somebody else. Let me talk about or joke about somebody else in front of people to make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that what people do all the time. Like, even me, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I've been around the little streaming thing for a little while. I ain't never came nobody saying what I am. Well, motherfuckers didn't even know up until like maybe I've been around like 4 years, maybe 4 years, 5 years almost. Motherfuckers didn't even really know what I did until like a year and a half ago.
I thought
when
you was
somebody
a troll. I thought you was a troll for the longest. And I
thought
like,
he was
bro,
a troll
who is this
page. No
dude
bullshit.
that got the they got the mummy on his thing.
Yeah.
And then like one day you told me you was from Alabama because you supposed to play in a tournament or something and you was out of town.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, well,
man,
out
I
here
said,
in
how you been
Georgia?
from Alabama all this time and you ain't never said nothing? Then you start talking more.
Yeah, I didn't really say anything, man. The only reason why people end up finding out who I was because I forgot who the streamer was, but they said they started telling folks what I did. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the picture started. I never had a picture up of what I did in my career.
It was just that
None of that
mummy.
shit. Yeah, like and people don't even know. I've had that same damn thing right there since college, bro. That same little fucking little picture, whatever, since college. Somebody drew it up in college, and they end up. I found him on Facebook, dude in California. And he posted. I was like, "Hey man, can I take that picture?" And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and get it, man," because he drew that bitch way back in college, man. I had that motherfucker ever since then. And the only thing I did was just put ESPN Pinky on it. But like, I always just been laid back, humble. I ain't, oh man, I'm this, I'm that. I don't give a damn. But see, I know when I find a weak ass person because if we're talking about stuff like that, and the first thing they start hitting is, "Oh, I got this amount of money in my money." I'm like, "Cool, bro." Like, that's when I know you weak minded, like, because you never know what another motherfucker got in their pocket. I'm the type of person in the wintertime, nigga, I get jogging pants and shit like that. I'm comfortable. I go, you know how much money in my pocket. In the summertime, I got on shorts and a t-shirt. I'm regular unless I'm going somewhere with my damn wife and shit like that. But I'm just sitting back chilling, man. Like, I'm just humble with shit. But I don't like, I don't want people not to be successful. All of us can be successful around this bitch, but it's just so much hate around here, man. It's ridiculous. It goes back. It goes back to like people wanting to like this is the bullshit in life when people talk about some B100. All right, that is people don't want you to be really 100. They want you to stroke their fucking ego. Let's say if me and you were. If me and you was boys and they were like, oh man, keep it 100, and you came out in an outfit, and I said, hey man, hey boo, hey man, that shit don't look good, bro. That shit ain't good at all. What is you gonna say to me?
Man, this nigga hate.
Exactly. Niggas don't want you to be 100, bro. They want you to stroke their fucking ego. Like, how can you tell me to keep it 100 with you, but then when I do, I'm automatically hating? Like,
you a hater.
so
I mean,
weird.
it's that like I've always been a person that like I don't like yes men, so I always have people around me that disagree with me all the time because like I need somebody to be like, hey, bro, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy that because I'm like, before I fight them, I'm like, why you say that? You see what I'm saying? Like because I need to hear out they reasoning behind saying what they saying about what I'm doing. Because if somebody in the chat is saying something negatively about the stream, I don't ban or block no trolls. I'll be like, man, some other people probably feel the way he feel. Like, let me see why. And if you got a realistic reason of why you don't like something I'm doing, man, let me take that into account because it takes some nuts to say what you don't like. Because a lot of people don't like something you do and they'll never tell you. They'll just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they won't come around no more, or they won't comment or whatever. Because they feel a certain type of way. They don't want to challenge you or whatever. But I welcome anybody who, that's why my Discord always been open from day one, because I always like, I'd rather talk to you and hear what your thought process is, or hear what you think is opposing to my to my way of thought, or something that I said, or a particular take. I welcome somebody to be able to say, you know what, I disagree. Because you kind of like iron sharpen iron in this situation. That's why I was asking the ladies, like, is this a real thing that women look down upon men who play games? Because that goes like anything else. It could go to selling dope. It could be a rapper. It could be a person owning a club. It could be a person with a hookah lounge. It could be a person that's a personal trainer. Whatever it is, if it's making money and it make you look good, you accept it. If you ain't winning from it, then it's something you don't like. But that's fake as hell, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a person is doing it legitimately because it's something that they love to do. And, you know, what becomes of the woman who never supported her man on a content grind or a business grind or any kind of grind, and he gets success, then he gonna feel like he don't need her. Same go for a woman. If a woman had a beauty shop or was doing nails or a hair shop or something, and the dude thought it was a waste of time, if it blow up, then she like, man, I need to get with a man and support my business. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, like my aunt in Harlem, bro. Have you ever called somebody and be like, hey man, let me run this by you. Let me see if I'm wrong or not. Let me see, check with you if I'm wrong. Have you ever done that before?
All the time.
All right, so look, my aunt, God rest her soul, she from Harlem, bro. So she don't play the fiddle for no fucking body. I did that shit and she stopped me. She said, "Why you calling me?" I said, "Cause I want to see something. I want to see if I'm wrong for what y'all." She said, That's your first problem." She said, "Your first reaction is never where you're wrong. It is how you actually felt. That's what you wanted to tell somebody." Said your second reaction, you can be wrong or right. You want to not necessarily let people know that you're wrong, but you kind of like sugarcoating what you said to make them feel better about it. But your first reaction is never wrong. It's like, don't ever call me and ask me, what do I think about this? Because if you get into that point in your mind, then you know you was wrong. Or either you were, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how she was. Like, she didn't play the fiddle for no fucking body. She's like, don't ever call nobody and say, what you think about it? Do you think I was wrong? If you got to ask that fucking question, then you can answer yourself. Right, you can answer your damn self. But she was like, your first response to something is, you were right. That's how you felt about it. But now you just covering it. It's kind of like a NFL player doing some shit, and all of a sudden he get in the press conference and he reading an apology letter. No, you were right for what your reaction was. Now you just want to cover the shit up. You want to paint that shit.
You trying to make up for right. You trying to right or wrong in an underhanded way.
Yeah. So I mean, man, that's why I tell, like, don't ever feel that you wrong about how you reacted about something. It may not look good to some people, but that's how you really feel. That's how your first mind is. Like, that's what you should have said. You may have said it the wrong way, in a disrespectful way, but that's how you really fucking felt. Were you wrong for it? Fuck no.
Nah. I mean, that's why I always tell people, like, even the people that get in the Discord, like, get in and speak your mind, because how you feel is how you feel. Now, there's always this word that I always give people that a lot of people struggle with, and it's called tact. And that's how that ain't what you say, is how you say it. Because if I disagree with you, how you take it is gonna be all in the way I approach and what I say to you. And if I'm like, well, Pinky, well, think about this. Now, if I go right in on, nah, Pinky, you wrong, you dumb. Like, instantly you finna be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you challenging my manhood right now. So I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying. If you want to square up, you know what I'm saying? If you want to step out in the grass, like, I'm done talking, you know. And a lot of times with the internet, that's what you get, because people don't know how to have tact in these situations. Because I handled the situation with Mike's wife, because, you know, I agree with a lot of things she said, but let's say I disagree with something. The way I handle or talk to her, it probably might be 5 or 10 other women that might hear that or listen to it and decide on how they feel about me. and how they'll respond to me going forward based upon our conversation. So when I have females in, I always handle it a certain way, because next time those will be the ones that will make a statement, and then they'll wait. It's the moment your stream in, they'll go right in. Nah, you wrong. And let me tell you why. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't going to get into that verbal spark because of how you handled another situation. But, they going to get you. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on you to make a mistake. They
you just can't. It's kind of hard to I tell people all the time, it's kind of hard for you to I guess kind of cancel out people's feelings, because this just how they fucking feel. It's kind of like an opinion of not. I ain't saying a feeling is an opinion, but I'm just saying it's kind of like somebody giving an opinion. I go into the case of Jordan and LeBron James. My opinion is I may like Jordan over LeBron James, but see, somebody may get mad at me about it. I'm like, it's cool for me. It's cool for us to have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing we saying is fact. We're just guessing. This is what we think. I may like Jordan over James. Shit, you may like James over Scott. I'm not finna bash you for what you're doing, but you just can't cancel out folks' feelings and shit. It is what it is.
You gotta allow people to. But that's why I like the Discord, because if somebody's just typing in chat, I can shut them down kind of easy. But if but also on the other hand, somebody that just make blanket statements and throw things against the wall, when you get in here and say it, it sounds completely different, the things that you say versus typing it out. You know what I'm saying? And
you explain
I know
more.
a lot of people think that I'm like the person that always go against all y'all when y'all get in here, but today you spend some gas. I ain't finna argue with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna argue with this man. He on fire today. Like everything, he kind of dropping some heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like who like you, a couple of them points is like, that's some stuff I live by is, appreciate that, Hudson. But that's the way I approach the situation. And I'm happy that a female hopped in, and I'm happy you hopped in and Mike hopped in, because now people see this. Hopefully, we get more females to join. We get more people that feel comfortable hopping up in the booth, because these conversations that we all be thinking about, and it probably could be some benefit to us in some way. But people need the guinea pig.
But you know what it is too, Buddha? It can help other men out. Think about having a just by my wife going in there and just having a couple of things to say, right? And you guys having a good dialogue,
right?
That might have helped out somebody else just listening. Like, damn, I didn't know women thought like that. You know what I mean? Like, see, me, you, and Pinky, we come from raising a family, having a wife, having a long-term relationship, going through the ups and downs, yada yada yada. Whereas some of the viewers right now that are listening are in their 20s. They are young. They've been in and out of relationships, or haven't had a real relationship, not understanding, damn, why isn't this girl into me? Or damn, maybe I wasn't letting the girl talk, or maybe I wasn't compromising the right way. So this might be helping somebody that we don't know that's listening.
True. Yeah. And that's what I was telling her, is like, it's a lot of times people don't understand that some people just need to hear it from another person. I was telling Pinky that, like, watching those dating TV shows, like watching somebody else go through a relationship situation helps you sometimes, because it ain't you, it ain't personal, it's just the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why a therapist or a counselor is so good, because it's just speaking in general. If it was man A and woman B and C happen, like what equation do we have? You know what I'm saying? It ain't Mike, because human nature is, when you and your woman debate, you see how quick she went to 2019, Mike?
Yeah. Exactly.
She might not ever see you past 2019, Mike. It might take 2-3 years of you being the Mike you is now.
Bro, you 100% right.
You like, hey baby, like, are you still looking at the 2019 COVID Mike? Or Pinky, you retired, are you still looking at the on duty Pinky? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly,
baby, like I'm transitioning, like into something else. And then it's like, even me, like, every time I had a kid, I feel like I changed. So like, I could never look at and expect my wife to be the woman she was before she had 2 daughters. Like, she mama now, you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, actually, Buddha, that's a good question. Like, didn't you right there? Let me ask you that question as a man perspective. You have a family, right? You went from having 1 child to now you have 2. what did it do to you and the relationship between you and your wife? Like, what changed?
I think the first situation, I could right some wrongs on how I handle certain situations, timing wise. I understand how much time and attention it takes to have a child around. So with me, things that I wanted to do the first time around, I was able to do the second. Secondly, with relationships, family and friends wise, I was able to handle it a different way, perspective wise. You know, another situation is like I balance and schedule my time out a lot better because I'm like, my time is super limited. Not only do I have one that needs a lot of attention, it's a second. So most of the things that I do is to try to like preparatory, right? Like when somebody's like, yo, Buddha, man, like, I guess sometimes some content creators might be like, man, like, I ain't talked to you in a minute. I like, that's why I be in the Discord on stream, cause y'all can connect with me now or interact with my posts when I ain't live, the YouTubes or the Twitters or the Discord or whatever, right? Cause y'all see me get off stream last night, like almost 2 a.m., right?
Damn.
Boom, I hop off. Alarm clock going off at 6:05. My other daughter didn't go back to sleep. My baby get on the bus at 6:55. Now I'm up with the 3-year-old. She wilding. You know what I'm saying? She going to daycare between 8 and 9. Then I'm getting busy during the day. Then they messaging me, hey, she ain't eat her lunch today. She was trying to cutting up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, she woke up early. She probably was cranky as hell. You know what I'm saying? Probably, way overdue nap time and she don't want to do nothing. Go by, pick her up early, go get her something to eat, make sure she eat because she didn't eat at school. Doom, come home, like other child getting off the bus. You know what I'm saying? Okay, she upset. She mad about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, she got dance class at 5:45. Okay, I gotta make sure I put some gas in the wifey car before she leave because they ain't gonna have time to stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, run back home, get in here, the stream setup. I gotta read, download, kick into the OBS server. Boom, 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 boom. Go live. Now we 2 hours into the shop talk. All you see is this right here. And somebody like, man, okay, you had 40, 50 people in the stream, but you ain't casting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that comes. And then it's like, boom, I might take a break in between shop talk and the first gameplay. I might put some gameplay on the screen run, go make sure everybody's straight. People don't understand. Then they go to sleep. I'm taking one and putting her in her bed, fireman's carry up the steps, boom, fireman's carry, put the other one in her bed, tuck them in, do. Man, you two was in there getting some snacks? Yeah, I was putting the kids to sleep, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that don't matter because as soon as I run back in the room from putting the child in the bed, it's a nigga on the headset. Nigga, you dog shit. You trash at the game, bro. Load up, bitch ass. You like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all can't hear what this person's saying to me or texting me in the inbox. And they like, man, why he cares so much that dude dropped that pick and he lost? Man, this nigga called me all kind of names and my, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, boom, I switch up, hop over on Apex, nigga hop in, damn, bro, you ain't playing Madden? Like, bro, we did shop talk for 2 hours. We had a 4-hour Madden tournament. It's 2 hours of Apex. Man, I always want to switch the games up. Go to sleep at 1 or 2 in the morning, rinse, repeat,
Let me teach you how to vibe.
And it don't matter to my kids if I want to sleep at 2. When they wake up at 6 o'clock, they need their food. They gotta get dressed. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the balance of saying like how much of it do you got in your tank to say all those things they can't sacrifice breakfast or a trip to the park or playing outside or going to this or that or any kind of experience based upon what I got going. Cause boom, I came back from Great Wolf this weekend right into the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, my dude ain't responding. We're trying to load into the game. Cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I just drove to Georgia and drove back in the rain and dropped off my niece and nephew, and he come back and cleaning up and this in the back. My bags ain't even unpacked. I still got chlorine in my hair. Let's get busy, man. Load up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's part of the balance, though. You know what I'm saying? That I think if you gonna be a guy that games or has a passion or hobby or does something unconventional, no matter what it is, just stand on it and do everything else you need to do, and just be like, yo, this a non-negotiable, so to speak. Let's balance this out. Because if you doing everything, like if I asked you and then you didn't believe in it, or well, I mean, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, like they gonna poke holes in their boat and try to sink it.
Yeah. Outside of that, man, your biggest growth, and even with activity, you were saying something earlier before you were saying that, is like seeing other folks or seeing other scenarios, like you watch the balloon popping shit, or even watching shows and shit. I think the biggest growth in a person is stepping back and asking yourself a question like, damn, do I do that? Like, so Amazing was saying, like, you know, he was giving an example like, hey man, what if your girl come and talk to you and you always cutting her off and shit like that?
Ooh-wee.
Well, a lot of folks don't realize that they're doing it, but then when they see other folks doing it, they, you know, the biggest growth is taking a step back and question like, damn, do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, having a conversation with your partner and like, hey, do I do that? You got to get ready to accept that criticism that come like, hell yeah, you do that shit all the time. That's a bigger growth. Like, do you want to change that shit or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's growth for me, taking a step back and seeing what other folks do, and then realizing that you're doing and accepting when somebody tell you that you're doing the shit, and you try to at least change it.
True.
At the end of the day. But having kids outside of games, I got 6 of them.
You gotta be open to you gotta be open to when that person say, hey, I know you like doing this, but have you ever thought about how this make me feel, or when you do this or when you do that?
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, I always put myself in the conversation, and I think more people should try this approach, is put yourself in a sacrificial position. So when my wife and my mama tell me, hey, you got to calm down, and my brother like, hey bro, you kind of bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fight that.
Yeah.
Say like, you know what? Let me go back and watch myself and see how I was acting. Or, hey baby, you said you was gonna be on the game for 3 hours, and you keep saying one more game. Like, just picture if you was waiting on me at a restaurant and you said be there at 6 and it's 7 o'clock and I ain't showed up and I ain't answered my phone. Like, it's the same. Because that's why I asked your lady, Mike. I said, you feel like he's there, but he ain't there.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, you physically there. You like, I'm at home. What's she tripping on? But you not there with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you there. That's something.
And
that
remember the part where she said, remember how she was talking about, like, oh my God, he would be playing the game, like he'd be there all day. It's like 5 a.m, blah blah blah. It was, bro. There was those days, and you know what I'm talking about. But you remember those days during that time where I would do like 2 streams a day. I would do a tournament. I'll be on MUT. I'll be playing all day, just grinding, trying to get the hours in. And then, like, yeah, you're right. I would get off the game at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm laying. I go to roll into bed, and guess what the wifey doing? She rolling over, talking, like, giving me the side eye, like, yeah, oh, you now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Hey, Buddha, have you ever looked at your old video?
I look at all my videos. I watch everything back.
No. What's your thought process of now looking at the video the day you smashed your damn hand? Like, what were you like? Was it like a what the fuck moment? Was it like a what the fuck moment? Or
bro, I'm saying, like, the day I did it, I knew I did it, and the chat knew I did it, and I walked out the room. I swear to God, my wife was sitting at the kitchen table with her legs folded. She looked at me. She said, she calmly said, like, you broke your hand. And I was like, calmly, I said, yeah. I'm sweating and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how you get when you break some shit. Yeah. She's like, well, let's go get you to the doctor. Like, she calmly said it. Like, she was basically like, I don't give a fuck if you hurt or whatever. You did this shit. I be telling you be wilding. Yeah. She just shaking her head like, you arguing with me saying you don't be you see what I'm saying? Like, that was my intervention moment of, like, you say you don't be a certain way, and then I'm watching your dumb ass break your hand. So at that moment, like, I apologize to everybody, bro. You're right. Like, I just did some stupid shit. Like, I might be the only person in the history of Madden that broke their hand during Madden season. My shit was broke. My shit was broke like the whole fall, bro. Like September, because my grandma had just died. It was like September, October, November. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the week after. I think that was like the maybe the week after her funeral or some shit. It was like,
Yeah.
Cause like Madden God was coming up and I was like, bro, I can't come. And it's like, why not? I was like, bro, I can't get on the plane. Like I can't even wipe my own ass right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had that cast on. I had to take a jacket. It started getting cool. I had to take a lumberjack jacket. Y'all used to always see me in the black and red with the hoodie. I had to cut the sleeve all the way up to my bicep because that's the only shirt that I could wear in the wintertime that I could get my hand in it. I was like, I'm not gonna ruin a bunch of clothes. Like
You have to wear them for like 6 months?
it was like 90 days. But Mike,
Oh, really?
let me tell you something. Shaba Buddha walked into that UAB hand clinic and I put a controller on my hand and told them wrap it. No bullshit.
Like you put it, like you held it with one hand, like, all right, now wrap it.
You know, like these two fingers was taped together. So I put the controller in my hand like this and I told them wrap it to where I could get the controller up to my, if y'all actually knew what I used to sit a pillow in my lap. I used to hold the controller with my left hand
For comfort,
and I would kind of place it into the indentation I had on the cast, but my hand would cramp up. So shout out to y'all though. I was the #1 most viewed Madden content creator on Facebook for like a whole month when I first broke it. And a lot of people didn't know I had a pillow holding the controller like this. Like the controller used to be in my hand sitting on the pillow like this with these two fingers was wrapped and it used to shoot out like that. I'm holding controller sideways trying to play. And to this day, if y'all see me, I be missing a bunch of kicks because the strength in your hand, your grip come from your pinky, not the rest of your hand. So if you don't have a strong pinky and the muscles in your pinky ain't strong, you can't ever grip nothing tight. So shooting the basketball is kind of hard for me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hooper, but you know, like it's crazy that I played and I would play to my hand cramping and I spectate and I go back to playing and I expect because like my hand would just cramp up from being in there, but it was stuck like these two fingers was stuck like this for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the video where they sawed it off and my hand looked so nasty when they took that shit. And I'm a walking testament of like my temperament about everything, the way I handle stuff after that had to change because I had to apologize to my wife, to my mama, to my brother, like everybody, like, yo, that's my fault.
Yeah, my moment was the night. It wasn't even the Life is Madden game. It was the night that we was in the damn EFL with Bottom, and my wife when I started cussing and shit. Yeah, when I started cussing stuff like that, like literally my wife, I didn't even realize she had walked in the room. She literally walked in the room, sat her phone down and just recorded it. Like
crash out.
Yeah. and after it was over with, I kind of like mellowed out and shit and calmed down. She was like, who the fuck was that over in the room? I said, what happened? She's like, babe, you was saying all kinds of shit, some shit I ain't never heard you say before. Yeah, and I was like, no the fuck I would. I said, man, I went that damn bad. She's like, shit, listen to this.
Watch it back.
And she had to listen to the record.
Everybody had their moment. Mike's moment. I called Mike. Mike was crashing out at the tatted.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When she let me listen to that shit, man, I was like, God damn, bro, I was saying some wild shit.
Because I think I talked to you after that, Pinky, and you was like, man, they just had me mad because, last obituary and then this obituary I got that and they did, Pinky was 38 hot, boy, and I talked him off the ledge. And then Mike, when I told Mike off the ledge,
called me after the tatted thing. He goes, Mike, now you know you wasting your breath, right?
Bro, I told Mike, no bullshit. I was in my garage. I told Mike, I said, Mike, you been over here beefing with tatted and this person and that person, and you let all these cowboy streamers come in and set up shop in the house you built. Mike was the #1 cowboy on Facebook, and we got on a crash course for like one season, came back, and it was like Florida Boy page had got hacked. So the original Cowboys was Mike and Florida Boy. Gamers first, Easy 2 times. Jay Smitty, all them took the Cowboys over while they was out fighting. They came back to their house. Their house had locks on it. I said, man, you been out here beefing and let the cowboy go. And y'all got the most rich black man. Everybody came in and ran them Cowboys down the dirt. While you was out beefing with Taddy.
Yeah.
And I was telling Mike, like,
put
bro,
my focus on something else that I shouldn't even.
and then he
put my
started
focus
focusing on
on.
other stuff, and Mike content instantly got better.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, really was a competitor in him. Like Mike wanted to beat everybody ass, and at the time
Well,
when
that's
Mike
what it
was
was
in
in
his
the
prime,
beginning,
people was
right?
ducking him.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah,
like
in the beginning it was like that, and then
you got
I
old man
started to
hands.
realize, yeah.
Hey,
And then I started to
Pinky.
realize, like, yeah, I just wanted to, like, you know what? There's other ways, because you know what it was, honestly, too, Buddha. It was after a while, I was like, wait a minute, like, there's a lot more to me than like what people think. People only saw me for Madden for a while,
But I mean,
and
I
I was like,
talked to
wait a
you on the
minute, like,
phone, so I knew
yeah,
like all the other shit you do, and I'm like, man, Mike, you see now you like we those boxers, we like Tyson. People remember when we used to knock niggas out, but now they like, oh, he punchable. Like we scared of you now. Like, what's up? We got old man hands.
Exactly.
They want to stand in the middle of the ring and throw hands the whole first round.
Yeah, I think
Uplifting Souls broke that controller
moment.
on OB. That was, bro. People didn't believe it. I said, man, Uplifting Souls, like, they just so used to my boy being on like the godly tipping. I said, my boy spiked that controller. They was like, no, he didn't boot. I said, man, he spiked that controller, bro. Like, I'm talking about, I seen Uplifting Souls throw that controller like Gronk. That controller popped about 5 feet in the air. But we all had those moments, though. I can't think of nobody that play in this community. Like, I remember, like, APD threw that Hail Mary on Mont in Obituary 1 or 2, and Mont broke his controller and went on vacation. He came back, he didn't even have a controller to play the game with for like a few days. He had to go actually come back off vacation from the beach and buy a controller. Like, everybody didn't have moments that didn't crashed out.